Someone on the beat, oh get up and check your cheek.
Hello and welcome to The Middle is Open. Abel Carrillo here, along with Anthony Espelin.
What's up, guys?
Peter Carrillo.
Yep, I'm back.
He's back, baby.
And Patrick's not here. But we got one.
Yeah,
we got one, and
Anthony.
Anthony.
We're
So,
rolling.
yeah. This is Peter's first time in the studio. You know what? Last time we recorded with Peter and Pat in the studio, we lost the footage because of the Russian hack.
Yeah.
And then Peter, it's basically been Anthony and myself the last two episodes, right,
Yeah.
Anthony?
Yeah.
So now Peter's back in studio. Peter, what have you been up to? We know that you've been moving and doing things like that. We kind of talked about it last episode, but really quick,
For the fans.
you got 30 seconds.
It was just, had a new baby. Gonna be 5 months, man, crazy.
Wow.
Got a house. We sold our house, bought a house. We had to move everything. And yeah, we're finally kind of getting settled in, just unpacking all the boxes. And then I hear Anthony's doing the same thing, so I'm
Yeah.
like, good luck with that, man.
Thanks.
But yeah, man, it's just been a roller coaster all summer. Our summer kind of was based around moving. It wasn't very exciting. We didn't go on family trip or anything, but it was just one of those. If you notice, my voice is a little like hoarse.
Yeah.
But
Why
I
is it?
started football practice too. I'm coaching, so I yell a lot. Every year, I was telling Anthony, every year at the beginning of the year, like at this time, I'm always, it takes a while for my voice to adapt again.
If you can describe yourself as, or compare yourself as any NFL coach, who are you?
Oh, man.
Mike McCarthy.
Mike.
No. I would say, and I'm totally going blank right now. I can't think of his name. Oh my gosh, what is his name? The guy from the movies. He does the movies with Big Daddy guy
The movies.
Big Daddy guy?
with Adam Sandler.
You're talking about Burt Reynolds?
No.
He did the longest yard.
No. Oh my God, I can't think of his name right now.
You're-
I just totally went
You're
blank.
thinking of the guy from fucking Waterboy? You said Adam Sandler.
It'll come to me. I totally went blank right now.
I think you just go with Burt Reynolds.
they tell Peter, hey, take care of the special teams.
I don't know. I guess. Oh, man, I just
He's
went
with the
blank.
one kicker just running laps with him.
Dude,
Slapping him on the ass.
This is pissing me off because the name's right on my.
I know what you're talking about. Hey, Big Daddy.
No,
Right?
no. Oh, the coach.
Of what? Longest yard?
No.
You said Adam Sandler,
He
right?
came out in not Hot Rod. The one where his son is. Jesus, I'm totally butchering this right now. I cannot think
Dude,
of his name.
who the fuck?
Famous coach, Brady's friend,
Belichick?
not
Belichick?
Belichick, the other guy.
Bruce Arians?
Nah, it'll come to me.
Brady's
I don't know why I
coach.
said Brady's friend, but
Brady's friend.
Brady's friend?
Gronk.
Like Tom Brady?
oh my God, yes, dude.
Oh, man.
All right, it'll
This
come
was
to me.
supposed to be an easy
they-
question.
I know,
Peter.
no, I just went blank,
Fuck.
dude. Oh my God, his name is.
They,
right.
He's in the NFL right now.
No, not anymore.
Oh,
So he's a real coach.
He's a real coach.
Okay. But he came out in
in
a movie?
Rex Ryan?
Rex Ryan.
Oh,
Rex. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I can
I
see
could
that.
not remember his
I
name.
can see
I
that.
totally
Okay.
went blank.
I
Yeah,
like
you're
that.
more of a Bob Ryan.
One of the Ryans.
Yeah.
Richie Ryan,
Richie
choker from last night. Watching the
Richie
local.
No, it wasn't even his fault.
I know,
it was
I know.
that fucking
The whole
Lucho.
team's fault.
It was a coach.
Rex
No,
Ryan. I think
Rex Ryan.
You're
Okay.
I'm
Rex
kind of like a
Ryan?
Rex Ryan.
I can see
Alright.
that. Yeah.
Let's see smile because
When
he
you had
got
the
some
hair,
good teeth.
when you had the hair, you know.
Long
Yeah,
hair.
yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't have long
Yeah,
hair.
that's
anymore.
Bob Ryan.
No, Rex Ryan had it.
No, it was Bob Ryan. Rex Ryan is
Yeah,
from the
Bob
Jets.
Ryan. Yeah, Bob Ryan was the.
Oh, yeah, right. I'm getting them backwards. You're right.
It's Bob Ryan,
Yeah.
right?
No, it's not
That was
Bob.
his
No,
name.
it's not Bob.
It's not
It's
Bob.
like
It's,
Rob
Ryan.
Rob,
Yeah.
Bob,
Billy.
Robin Big,
There you go.
Robin Big.
Close enough.
Dude, I saw this thing on YouTube on why Rob Dyrdek is like a fucking genius, and how he basically owns MTV.
Yeah, he's a G, man.
Oh
Dude,
yeah, well his show's always on. That's
he
all they show on MTV.
Dude,
now.
he fucking
Ridiculousness.
he fucking duped him good.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Like good.
Yeah, but
Like-
also he started from nothing.
Yeah,
like, he
no.
literally started the show with
But,
his own.
Dude, like
shit.
his story, like he was this skater and he was never like really the best skater, but the way he
branded himself.
yeah. And then like a
Yep.
lot of skaters hated him because they were like, "Oh, dude, you're a fucking sellout" and shit like that. And he was kind of like he had this chip on his shoulder. So I guess he had like one really good season on tour. I don't know what the fuck their circuit is called
Yeah, he's
or
a
whatever.
street skater. So
and
X Games.
he was able to like leverage himself. Like, yeah, I'm kind of this entrepreneur kind of guy, but he was never really rich. Like, he just played that person.
Fake it till you make it, baby.
Yeah, he played it like he was so bling bling and shit like that. But then he was able to, like, not dupe, but with DC, I think it was DC,
Yeah.
he was able to, like, do some stuff with them. And, like, later on, like, fast forward, because it's a long story, but fast forward to, like, present day, well, like, in the teens of, like, 2014 or so, he fucking went to MTV because he was gonna be done with Robin Big and Fantasy Factory and shit like that, because he already wanted to be done. And MTV was like, dude, like, your show is inexpensive.
Yeah.
Like, and then he's like, well, you fucking pay me for this much. But in his contract, like, I don't know how he fucking, like, did it with MTV, where basically he called his own shots. And dude, it's a really interesting, if I find the link again, I don't know why it popped up on my YouTube feed, but it was fucking super interesting. And he's a fucking genius, dude.
And you know what?
Yeah.
Doesn't it seem, as much as he's like always on MTV, which I rarely watch, but when I do watch it, it's always his show.
Yeah, no.
He's kind of out of the light. Like, you don't really see him out
Yeah, like
in public, I
Yeah,
guess. He's kind of
partying
like
and-
hidden in his own world.
Well,
I think.
one of the things he was able to work into his contract, like when he was doing Fantasy Factory, there were side businesses that he was on. Let's say Bud Light, for example, right? Let's say he was getting money, like it was one of his sponsors and shit. He would put it. He had the ability. You ever see TV shows where they blur things out, like different logos and stuff? Well, he had the ability to, his side sponsors, he had the ability to show them on his shows.
Yeah.
If it was Robin Big or Fantasy Factory or Ridiculousness, he could show those brands. However, he'll block out the other brands that weren't paying him. So he would go to like his sponsorships and being like, look, I'm giving you front row center exposure on fucking MTV 24/7, because that's all it was being played on MTV. Dude, it was like a fucking genius move the way
we
he
need
did it.
him to kind of coach us up a little on what we're
yeah,
doing
dude. The
wrong.
dude is I mean, I love the guy. Like a lot
Yeah.
of like the Ken Block, Jim Connor stuff that you're like, what the hell is that? Like he kind of started with Ken Block. Ken Block started it, but he kind of helped rocket it, you know, to stardom. But I mean, just his, like you said, the ridiculousness. I mean, how hard is it to stand in front of a screen reviewing clips? I mean, like America's Funniest Videos used to do that back in the day, right?
Yeah.
Where they would just show clips.
Bob Saget.
It's like you don't have
May
to
you
pay
rest
anybody.
in peace.
You don't have to pay anybody. It's just free, you know, clips you get off the internet. You know what I mean? So like the show itself does well, and it's little effort. You know what I mean? And then like he started a street skating league. So like now he has his own competition that he started, and that's taken off pretty good too.
Who do you think is the most recognizable host right now, like out there? Is it
In
Steve,
general?
Yeah. Is it Steve Harvey? Is it Rob Dyrdek? Is it Ryan Seacrest?
Shit.
Like, because it's crazy. Like
It's that Asian guy.
when you think of,
What's
because
his
like
name?
right now, Rob Dyrdek is like, he's this host of Ridiculousness, right?
Yeah.
And to today's audience, like younger people, that's what he's known for.
Yeah, they don't
Like,
know him as Rob.
They don't know him as Rob Dyrdek,
Fantasy
the
Factory.
fucking
Skater.
the skater.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where he originally got his start. But then also, I was thinking like Steve Harvey, for example. He's like a host. He's a game show host. Like he's a
Talk show host.
He's a talk show host guy as well as the Family Feud guy.
Yeah.
But some years back, he was one of the original kings of comedy, right? Steve Harvey, like he was
Yeah.
the funny guy.
Yeah.
And now you wouldn't even think, I mean, he's funny, but you wouldn't think of him as like a fucking comedian that just fucking kills it, you know?
Yeah.
Like a straight up murder on the stage.
I think he's pretty popping right now. I see him a lot everywhere.
Yeah.
Like just different. I think
I'd
didn't
say
he do the New
probably-
York? Did
like-
he do the New Year's Eve?
I don't know. Well, like, and then
think he
even Ellen too. Like, I mean, I know she
got a
kin-
little. Yeah.
she got in trouble because of whatever. Like,
Well, she's
she was,
done, right?
she's
Her,
mean.
her.
Is she done?
No,
sh-
I think her
no,
show's
her
still going.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
no. It was her final year.
Oh, was it?
Oh,
yeah,
really?
They
Oh.
they had like a tour, like
All
a
right.
Thank God.
farewell season.
But what I'm saying is, like, to the modern audience, it was.
I never liked her. Just
No, but, like,
side note, I never.
she
liked
was also a
You're
comedian.
more of a Whitney.
I just don't like the fact like she tried to scare the. You know what I mean? Guess like she did that as like
She's scared him.
yeah. So there's like a box next to like the couch where they would guess would come,
Oh,
and
yeah,
she would
yeah.
like play practical.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So like they would, dude. Like somebody did that to me. Like I'm socking him. Like I've done it before. Somebody
You
jumped out at
can't
me.
sock
but
Ellen.
No,
Yeah.
I mean not Ellen, but whoever came out of the box. You know what I mean? Like
The fucking intern.
somebody did that to me in high school one time. Came around the corner, tried to scare me, and I just like out of reaction just socked him. You know what I mean? It was
Dude.
like, felt so bad.
Right now.
But it was like reaction. Dude.
So right now, Yachty has this
Fight or
thing.
flight.
Whenever we're there at the apartment and shit, she'll scare me, and I get so fucking pissed because our floor our floors.
She knows you get scared easily.
Yeah,
That's
no,
why
our
she's fucking
our,
with you.
our floors creak. They're because they're wooden. They're like wooden floors. So I always know when she's around, but for whatever reason,
She
I
knows the
still get
creaks.
scared.
Oh,
So
okay.
now, but she's also catching on to like I can hear when she's approaching. So now, like, she waits for however fucking long for me to enter a room, and then she's like, yeah, or like scares me, and I'm like, God damn it!
What if you were like about to get out of the room and you hear the ee, and you're like, oh, she's gonna scare me right now,
And then she's
and
not
then
there.
she taps you on the back.
Oh fuck!
Oh fuck, that would be scary.
Like, Daddy, stop! I'm in the
Yeah.
bathroom.
Hey, so
Abel. Oh,
we're
fuck.
talking about this like.
Yeah, yeah.
I was asking Anthony
Nice segue.
since he goes to
The other topic sucked.
since he's moving, right? And I just moved.
Yeah,
We're talking about like what has really happened in those houses.
yeah, man. Those walls could talk, huh?
Yeah, I mean like for reals, like what is going on there? So
Dude, my ass is hurting, man. I think I'm on a spring right now.
I have a my sister-in-law is a realtor, and I asked her, hey, by law, do they have to tell you like if there's a murder or anything weird that has ever happened?
I think
At
they
the
should
house.
disclose that to you.
And she said, no, they really don't have to tell you anymore. I guess they used to,
It's a pillow.
but they don't have to tell you. So, like, does it cross your mind? Like,
Yeah,
you're going
fuck
into this
yeah.
house.
Dude, just
When was your house built? Because right away when
Uh,
I told you about my house, you were like, when was this built? Like,
yeah. It was 2010, I think.
2010?
Yeah.
No, mine's 2011. Fairly new houses.
Yeah.
But, I mean, anything could have happened
Yeah, yeah.
already. Abel's house, like, 1940. Or no, what was it?
It's
1920?
like 1920, so it's like over 100. It's coming up
Yeah.
on 100 years.
How many people have died in that house?
I don't
I
know.
wonder if there's a place you can go to like look for that shit.
It's called a newspaper, Anthony.
Well, yeah, but you gotta go to the library and fucking look at the fucking clippings.
Dude,
or what?
I've always wanted to.
like, is
yeah,
there a website,
I've
an
al-
app or something?
I've always wanted to go to the library and look at the newspaper clippings, just
I wish
like
there
the
was
scary
a place
movies.
where you could check out books and use computers.
What is that? That place where all the bums hang out?
I thought that was a homeless show.
the place where all the bums look at porn and shit.
Yeah. Oh fuck.
Dude, when I was at New Mexico State, they have Zool Library, and it's also open to the public. So fucking, we would get old people and bums like checking out like certain spots for the computers, and they would just like look at fucking porn. Like there was one guy. I'm not even kidding. This is
Straight in the
this
open.
is
no
a
shame.
fucking true story. I'm not even playing. Like so many people, like students on campus, knew of this one guy that he would just sit there and watch fucking porn. He had his headphones hooked up and shit, and he would just watch it out in the fucking
Isn't
open,
that
dude.
shit blocked on those?
I know,
No
that's what I
fucking
was
shame.
thinking,
No,
right?
it's not, dude.
Wow.
It's not blocked.
He's like,
FYI,
that
I'm doing research,
if you're ever
guys.
in a pinch, go
I
to
have
the
a paper
library.
due next week. I'm doing research.
And if it was blocked, that guy
Make
knew
sure
how
you
to
clean the
fucking-
mouse before you go to the
Dude,
library.
No, that guy, he knew what was up. He was watching porn all fucking
You
morning and shit.
bookmarked them on there.
Dude, it was crazy. Like, yeah, it was wild, man.
Wow. Talk about viruses, damn, and the computers are fucked.
Why is the internet so slow here?
Get a bunch of pop-ups. Trying to do a school report. Naked lady keeps popping up.
I don't know, man. But what do you think? Have you already experienced stuff?
Nah, there's little noises you kind of hear, and you're like, what was that? And then, like, you practical stuff, like, oh, the AC just kicked on, or the thermostat, or what. But nothing, like, real distinctive where I'm like, holy fuck. No explanation for it,
I like the house I'm in. I haven't experienced anything. But I was telling you the story. The old house that we were at.
Oh, yeah.
The first night that we stayed at night, we were asleep, and we had just kind of like, we had just fallen asleep. So I was in that state where you're like awake but not really.
Yeah.
And I had my eyes closed, and I swear it was like somebody's face right next to mine and said, "Wake up," like that. And I open my eyes and I look over, and Yvonne's still asleep.
Oh, shit.
And that was it. I mean, there wasn't anything else. But it was just weird to me. And that was the only thing that ever happened.
Huh.
And we lived there 3 years. So, I mean, I don't know.
Maybe
It's not scary,
something.
but I guess.
Yeah, but still, you're kind of like, what the fuck? What was that?
What if, like, Lucas starts talking to someone? Would you move?
I would be kind of like, what the fuck?
Do you do the ritual, like burn sage and...
Yeah, I
say a
probably have
prayer
to
and
call
all
it
that?
my Theo the priest and have him go do bless the house.
No, you don't do that normally?
No.
You don't, like, burn sage?
No.
out
You
there?
did it?
Did you?
No, we didn't. We should.
I didn't either.
Ooh. What about if there was nothing, and then by
Burn
doing
some
that,
some other
it
stuff.
fucking brings out some shit?
It, like, wakes them up.
Yeah.
Like, I love sage.
Burn some other sage.
Oh,
That
shit.
kind of sage.
Yeah, fuck
Some
that,
oregano.
man.
I think one of my neighbors smokes a lot of pot, though.
Do you smell
The other day I was in the backyard, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's
distinct
that's a very...
That is some skunky stuff.
Cheech, is that you?
But I have high walls, so I can't see anything.
Are you like Mr. Wilson? Only like some of like your eyes just peek over.
Mr. Wilson.
Have you met any of
Yeah,
your
yeah,
neighbors?
yeah.
Wilson. His name is Wilson.
Isn't it Mr. Wilson?
Well, I don't know. From Tool Time?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think the kids called him that, but I think Tim called him Wilson.
Wilson.
Yeah. You're both right.
Not Tom Hanks. Wilson!
yeah, not that Wilson. Have you met any of your neighbors yet?
You know what?
It's always kind of weird to me.
My
like,
my
when do
neighborhood,
you-
it was kind of... Okay, so we're a corner house, and there's a mailbox right there, right? Like the mailbox is there. So that first 2 days we were there, we had like I call it the neighborhood committee. The guy across the street, older couple, they come and they're like, hey, I'm so. I forgot their names because they like bombarded me. Then some other lady came, and then some other lady
Oh, wow.
came, and they were all there, and they were like introduced themselves. Then they started telling us like, so you want to be careful with this.
Because there was a murder that happened.
No, they were like, there was like some robberies back then, and this, or you want to keep an eye out for this, or and they're just telling us all this
Yeah.
stuff. And I was like, that's pretty cool because at our old neighborhood, we lived there 3 years, and the only people we talked to, and occasionally, was our neighbor like right
Next
to the right
door.
of us. The one on the left, I never said one word to them, but it's because they were like standoffish. Like I remember one time I waved, and they're like, "Get in the car." Like, oh shoot. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
They were weird. I mean, I could talk about them now because they're not my neighbor.
Yeah,
but they were
right.
weird
Ooh.
people.
Maybe they were CIA agents. Like, oh fuck, he's on to us.
Well, I don't know. They had a bunch of kids.
you know,
It's all.
It's a cover.
Yeah, it is a cover.
But we never talked to our neighbors at our old place, and like within the first 2 days, and then one time we were lifting, we were taking something upstairs, and Abel knows like Yvonne and I working together is never a good thing. Because
Oh yeah, that was discussed.
it's never a good thing. Like she says turn left, and if I don't turn left, I don't know. It's just everything's a disagreement.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we're lifting this heavy thing, and one other neighbor is getting mail, some lady, and her son is probably like high school age. I saw her like nudge him, like, and then he's like, "Do you guys need help?" And I'm like, "Actually, I do, because I don't want my wife to freaking help me."
I'm about
So,
to kill her.
He helped me take it up to the room
Nice.
and all. So, I mean, it's a nice neighborhood. Everybody's been super nice and all.
Do you have
But,
a HOA?
No.
Nice, cool.
No, we didn't want that.
Yeah, I don't.
What is that shit?
The homeowners association?
But it is a close knit. Like you always see them like talking in the streets, and they're always.
Oh,
like,
okay.
"Yeah."
That's cool.
So far so good.
Yeah, I haven't met. We said hi to the neighbors to the right of us. The lady, she saw us moving in and said hi, but it was like hi, and then that was it. Like no small talk. Like hey, how's it
Yeah.
going? Like,
Did she bake you a pie?
no,
With
seemed like a nice
hair.
lady. Seemed like a nice lady.
Do they
Just-
do that nowadays? Did you get a pie, Peter?
No.
No,
God
it's
damn.
COVID, man. Still.
No, I think it's like people are so offensive. Like
Yeah.
I can't eat that. I'm vegan.
Oh yeah.
I'm fucking gluten. Is this
Yeah,
gluten free?
gluten-free.
Yeah.
Fuck
right.
you then.
I'm on the
Take
keto
my
fucking
pie away.
diet.
I'm allergic to apples. How dare you?
Yeah, I think it's just almost common courtesy not to offer things. now.
Yeah. I always think it's kind of awkward though. Like when you're the new person on the block, you're like, I feel like people are like trying to figure you out. You're trying to figure them out. Like it's kind of like I don't know.
We do have a neighbor that like plays the drums occasionally in his garage, and you hear him like and, like he's like, and we're like, damn, it's pretty loud, man.
Fuck.
But he came and introduced himself too.
He's like, hi, my name is Tommy. I have a girlfriend named Pam. And yeah, we make sex tapes for a living.
Is it pretty loud?
It's
not
pretty
the,
loud.
Not the sex tape, but the drums. The banging.
Peter's like, I don't know, I've never seen
He's
him
like, I
before."
went to NMSU. I didn't graduate from there. I just saw a little porn there.
I used to be homeless, but I was inspired to make sex tapes.
I don't know, man. I mean, so far it's been good. So,
That's good.
but no ghost, I don't think.
No ghosts. Yeah, me too. I haven't heard anything or seen anything. Lucas slept throughout the night, all the nights. So
You know what? I've caught myself watching the X-Files recently.
oh shit.
Oh, so wait, hold on. I was telling Anthony he needs to watch The Unexplained with William Shatner.
I already saw them all.
You saw them all? They're
Good?
pretty good,
Do you
dude.
recommend it too?
Okay, is that
Yeah,
better
it's
than
cool.
The X-Files?
Well, it's more modern, obviously. The X-Files is obviously
Yeah.
a show like a.
But no, I'm talking
What
about
are they-
like
This
for
is
Scully
for your
and-
sci-fi itch.
this is if you liked Ancient Aliens and you like paranormal stuff. The Unexplained with William Shatner is
Shatner.
really cool,
He's-
but it is kind of funny because he's super dramatic.
Yeah.
Like when he's introducing, or is it just like
Dude, he's a good narrator though.
Yeah.
I get it. I
He's
don't think he's good. I just think
he's corny.
He's corny, yeah,
He's
yeah.
corny, but that's
Who's the
what
best-
sci-fi is.
Who's one of the best narrators?
sci-fi's not corny.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say sci-fi's corny.
I like the Unsolved Mysteries guy, that old guy.
Nah, see that's too
See-
like
No, but I like him too.
I like that.
I think that guy's better than William Shatner. But William Shatner is obviously his own.
Yeah.
but like William Shatner, the way he talks, sometimes
it's so
like
fake.
no, but
so-
it's
You
sometimes
like he's trying too hard?
yes,
he's-
like
yeah.
overdoes
It doesn't
it.
seem natural. It
but
seems
but
like
it's
he's
but
acting.
it's funny.
It's good. It's good.
I
but
think it's funny.
I think that's part of it.
Yeah.
Like he
Who's the who's
delivers
the,
it. In
Are they
that
living in our world,
Who's the dude?
or are we living in theirs, or
Earl
something
Jones?
like that? He'll say it's like
Earl Jones. What's his first name?
Mufasa.
Yeah. Darth Vader.
Oh, I thought you were talking about.
He has a nice
Oh,
voice,
James
too.
almost.
Yeah,
James almost. No.
Hey.
Edward James almost.
Oh,
Mufasa.
If they had a kid,
Mufasa.
imagine.
¿Qué pasa,
Hey, Luke, I'm your father.
Soy tu papá.
Ain't too good for your pride.
Earl James almost. Shit, I need to combine those two faces, man. Put it up.
The Lion King too.
I think Edward James almost is darker than him.
Dude.
Oh, Rafiki.
Rafik.
Oye,
rolling the
Rafa. Oye, Rafa. Get out of that tree.
Clean your ass. Eh?
You were saying
It's
who?
too red.
Put some destiny.
Yeah.
So you were saying who's the best narrator?
The Darth Vader guy, man. I like his voice. He's got
Earl-
a deep voice.
What was it? Earl Jones? Or
I don't know.
Earl James Jones?
Pat's gonna kill us.
Roy Jones Jr.?
Oh, man.
What is it? Earl James.
James Earl Jones. We're so off. James Earl Jones.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I think he's got a good voice. He's got that deep.
His name's not that great, but his voice is good.
He needs to work on the name.
After having a long ass career. He needs to work on
You
that
need to
name.
change it.
What about Morgan Freeman?
Oh, Morgan Freeman's a good one too. I like him. He's God, man, right?
Yeah.
He does all the God voices.
Dude,
I don't know.
I started watching The Cosmos also.
I thought you were going to say the Cosby's.
I was so thought you were gonna say that too. I was like, whoa.
Hey, I wonder
We
if
just
they,
turned right.
I wonder if they show the Cosby's on TV, the Huxtables or whatever, the
don't know.
Cosby Show. Or did they pull it
I'm
completely?
sure you can find it somewhere. You're not gonna find it on TV. I don't think. Nobody's.
Uh,
It's not gonna be on Nick at Night or something.
NMSU Library.
Yeah.
The Cosby's. Peter's all.
Hey, we did see The Cosmos
Fuck
when we
yeah,
were little
dude.
all the time.
Cosby's, man.
It was funny, too.
Yeah, and he touches some good lessons. Who would have known? It was fucking.
I don't know, man, but hey, I've been watching a lot of TV though, trying to pack boxes, and then I start watching. The
You said
X-Files.
Cosmos though?
The Cosmos.
Oh,
They're fun.
Cosmos is cool with Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah, but he's young in those. Like, have you seen him now? He looks very
Yeah,
old.
yeah. They're cool. They're on Disney Plus. I watch them on Disney Plus.
I watch Hulu, a lot of Hulu.
Oh damn.
Well, that's
Hulu.
where I watch the X-Files.
Nah, dude, you need to watch. Anthony needs to watch The Unexplained, and then.
It's pretty cool, dude.
But like, even like whatever you recommend with Anthony, he's like, yeah, I gotta check that out, and then he'll fucking watch something.
Well,
completely
Dude, like
different.
I'm not the one person that like has a Netflix account that never fucking watches.
Well,
it.
you
Like,
travel all the time. why don't you
I
just
try
watch
to.
it?
I tell
to,
him
but-
just download shit and then watch it on the fucking plane.
Yeah, I need to.
But
That's right up my alley, though. That kind of stuff. That's
What?
something I should watch.
Cosmos,
Yeah. Wait.
No,
No, the other
Unexplained.
The Unexplained.
I just
Unexplained,
find
yeah.
it like peaceful, cause like
It's just
you
interesting.
don't have to think. You just listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absorb.
Yeah. They talk about that place in Santa Fe that you went to.
Yeah.
Yvonne had never heard about that story.
Yvonne hasn't heard of a lot
yeah,
of things.
she's very oblivious to a lot of things.
That's
For
Dude.
knowing everything in the world, she doesn't
Yeah.
know much. I never watch TV. That's what she tells me. I never watch TV. Well,
dude.
TV
start
has taught me
watching
a lot in my life.
Is
I was
there,
watching Taxi Cab Confessions at the age of 8.
dude? Is there something? Is there something
G-string divas.
Damn.
Is there
We had a little
something
filter
that?
of HBO. Remember?
I'm sorry. Kids nowadays will never like.
The scrambled TV.
Yeah, dude. Like, I mean,
I think I saw something.
Daddy boob.
kids are spoiled nowadays.
Was it an
so-
eyeball?
Yeah, exactly. You don't know what the fuck that is. Could be a dude's freaking nipple.
Dude, so yesterday it was Chris's birthday party, right?
Oh, yeah.
Happy birthday to Chris, man. You need to
So-
get him on the show.
Yeah.
42,
man.
Yeah.
Wow.
He looks like he's 22.
Yeah. He looks younger than everyone.
But so we started playing what's it called? Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah.
So we're playing it. I don't know what happened. It says now too cool.
It got hot.
Oh.
It's too hot.
All right. Should we stop?
Hot stuff.
All right.
Oh, mine did too? Oh, man. Abel's is going.
Oh,
Technical.
I could just pick my nose.
Oh, it's on again. Yeah. There we go. I think it's a go.
Oh. Oh.
All right. Yeah, Abel's is going. Have you ever played that, Anthony?
Was it Cards Against Humanity?
Yeah. So we're playing Cards Against Humanity yesterday.
I haven't.
And Jacob, who's 15, right? My oldest son, he's there. And at first he was like, I don't want to play. I don't want to play. And I don't know. You've never heard of it or anything?
I have heard of it. I think I played it once.
So you
my
got to
uncle's
like
house or
finish the
something.
sentence with
Yeah.
the cards that you have and make the funniest sentence or
Okay,
something.
yeah.
And, oh, man, there's just some stuff that we were saying.
Yeah.
And he was like awkwardly laughing the whole time because he was like, but there was one question. It was like, my parents, well, what did it say?
Something about like grandma naked or some shit.
Yeah,
like
I don't
that.
know. It was weird.
And he was, and then my mom is playing, so he was like, that is weird.
It was like really awkward. I mean, I know it's not for him, but it was just really funny. Like our family game was.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But it
And
was
then-
cool, man.
So he's all embarrassed, kind of like.
Kind of, but not really. Like, he was
Yeah.
just-
It was a good time though.
It was
Fucking
fun.
Chris's birthday. It was fun. I like playing those games, like the board games and shit with family,
Yeah, yeah.
cuz it's one of those like you can't break out every single time.
Yeah.
Like it's a once in a blue moon thing that you do with your family, and that's when you get like the most kicks, you know? Cuz if you do it
All the time.
constantly, it kind of like wears itself out.
it's coming on and off.
Oh shit.
Here.
It says it's getting hot. Which is weird though, because we had them plugged in before.
So both of them are going off at the same time?
Yeah. What's weird is
It's a ghost.
they never had this problem before, just with the card.
Hey, have you talked to Ramiro?
Mm-mm.
I saw some of the stuff that they posted that they've been kind of going a
Yeah.
lot, right? They do a lot of investigations and all.
Yeah.
I really do. I remember probably like a month or two, he had said that we should go on a thing with them, but
Yeah.
we never like really followed up. We couldn't even get into the studio.
Yeah,
So it was like, but I really do kind of want to go with them.
I don't
You know?
ever want to go with him.
Really?
Well, I don't want to bring shit back to where I live and stuff.
Why, you're afraid they'll fight with the ghosts that are already at your house?
I mean, me being a skeptic, I'd like to go just to kind of, like,
But
experience it.
how guilty will you feel if you actually bring something home?
Abel, my soul is pure. They can't penetrate my soul.
One of the things that Ramiro does whenever he does his little
I don't know.
his little
Go to church, man. I don't know.
ghost adventures, he first starts off and says like the reason they're just like there to fucking
Observe.
yeah,
Yeah.
observe, not like harass or anything like that. And then at the end, he's like he thanks them for like, oh, thank you for giving me this time or whatever. And that's like his way of like keeping the, I guess, whatever.
Yeah, keeping the peace with them.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I don't know. I would never want to do that shit. Fucking.
It was a chicken.
Well, yeah, of course I am, man. I don't want to stir shit up. It makes no
I mean,
sense to me.
that kind of does worry me, like bringing something home. But like you said, like what Ramiro was saying is like, it depends on the intentions you go with. Like, I think if you're going with the intention of like harassing them, then you have the possibility of them following you. But if you go there as more of like a observer or more of like a, I guess, non-violent, like not provoking, that
Yeah.
you're all right. I just want to go because I've never experienced anything like that. I've never experienced something that I couldn't explain where I was like scared.
Yeah.
So I'd like to experience that. I'd like to feel something like okay, that.
Like you're talking about ghosts. Your camera
I know the
went out
cameras
again.
keep going
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Just keep going.
Sorry,
man.
sorry, YouTube. We might have to cut.
Well,
it
we'll
short
just
on
put
the
a
video.
fucking still of everyone
Yeah.
talking.
Well, we'll just put your camera because you're still working. So
Yeah, mine's working. So, anyways,
I don't know, man.
be the Abel show.
Hey, football starting soon.
I know.
Are we gonna get a
dude.
league going or
I'm
what?
So fucking happy.
all right,
Yes,
let's
yes.
do something. I wanted to do this before the season starts, like bold predictions. Like,
Bold predictions.
okay, let's do it. Let's do it two ways.
Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl.
We could do bold predictions and then one real prediction, like what you really think is going to happen. But then you're bold, try to go beyond, like try to call something out that could potentially happen, but it's like the likelihood is a 1%.
Okay, I got one. Tom Brady's gonna suffer a season-ending, career-ending injury.
Ooh,
Leg or arm? Arm probably.
brain,
I think.
Nah, I think I'm gonna say like shoulder,
shoulder.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, he's old.
collarbone, shoulder.
That's your bold prediction.
That's mine.
All right. What is your real prediction?
Tom Brady's gonna suffer. No, I mean I don't want it. Of course, I don't want people to get hurt, but I just feel like he's been so fortunate.
He's only suffered like what, 1 or 2 injuries? Like
Yeah, he hasn't. He hasn't.
he had that
missed
one.
many games.
He had that one where he fucked
right.
himself up pretty bad.
Real prediction. Zeke is no longer gonna be the number 1 running back.
Is that a bold?
No, that's a real.
Yeah, no, he gave the bold one.
Okay. I mean, it's kind of already not the number 1 in a way.
No, he's the number 1.
I don't know. Like Anthony, what did you
He
say?
is the number 1.
Yeah, but
Real, they're either gonna
Last year he
deal
did
him
pretty
out,
good, but
or they're just gonna totally utilize him for.
but there were a
Something
few
else.
games where he was nowhere near the number 1 in terms of like production that they
Well,
were getting.
But he was their number 1 production.
Yeah.
No,
Pollard was
but from what they
Chris
were
Pollard
getting.
did pretty damn good.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think,
but
too.
that's what I was saying. Like, it seemed like Pollard was a more. It was more of a weapon than Zeke ever
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, but they said he was still kind of like having injuries with his knee, like having issues with it. So he wasn't.
Yeah,
100%.
it was pretty evident. But I mean,
I just don't know,
traditionally,
dude. I don't
there-
know what's wrong with him. Like,
there's so many running backs out there that once you start to go, it's like a horse, like a racehorse. Once you start to go, like your time in the sun is,
Yeah.
it's past, dude.
All right. Here we go. Anthony, bold prediction.
bold prediction. I think a team that hasn't won the Super Bowl is going to win the Super Bowl this year. Another team that just has never won
Ever?
ever. Yeah,
Detroit Lions.
That's pretty fucking bold.
Detroit Lions. I don't know. They're kind of a reach. maybe.
Who hasn't won a World Series?
I think the
Super
was it
Bowl.
the Jets, the Browns.
Vikings, Jets, Browns, Lions. Something tells me Falcons haven't won.
Browns, Lions,
Jaguars.
Texans.
Texans. There's
There's
quite a few of them.
Falcons, Panthers,
Dolphins?
Cardinals.
All right, so
Titans.
who of
Titans
those?
won one. I'm sorry.
All right, so who of those teams? Titans haven't won.
Sorry. They listed them by the number of Super Bowls. Sorry.
The
All right.
Titans
Houston-
were like, they had the team, but we all knew they weren't going to go
Yeah.
do anything in the
'Cause
playoffs.
Well,
Like,
Derrick
even-
Henry was hurt last year. No.
Yeah.
He got hurt towards.
Because even as a number 1 seed, they weren't like
No.
the number 1 seed. Like they weren't the ones that everyone was picking.
Yeah.
It was almost like a fluke that they got that seed. But what was I going to tell you? Okay, so who's the team that's going to win it? Like you're saying that's just your prediction. You don't have.
I don't know
specific
which
team?
one of those. I know a couple of them got pretty close. I think the Browns were almost. They got bumped out of the playoffs. Their record was just below.
Yeah.
They still have.
I mean, the Bengals almost won. The Bengals almost won. They were in the Super Bowl, and they've never won
True.
a Super Bowl. So, I mean, yeah, it kind of makes sense. Okay, what is your real prediction? Like, for sure is going to happen.
I don't think the Cowboys make the playoffs this year, to be honest with you.
No?
No.
Mm.
I'm hopeful that they will, but I don't think so.
Who do you think's going to win from that division?
That's the hard thing is because they're all fucking.
The Commanders?
I mean, the Cowboys I think are definitely the favorite in the division, but
Philly? Not the Giants.
Maybe Philly.
Giants are nowhere near.
Washington's still rebuild mode, so they just barely got their name right.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'd say maybe. As much as I hate the Eagles, I think that maybe they might
The Eagles.
push us out. I don't know, man. I just feel like Zeke hasn't done shit. Like he's slow. Like okay, he's good running back and he's done fairly well. But I feel like every year he does less and less and less. You know, his production's gone down, and I don't know what's wrong with him. I don't know if it's the line or what, but I feel like there's either something wrong with him or he's just old now. I don't know. He's just hurt. Because, dude, you compare his first year numbers to any other year, and I mean it's a huge drop off.
Yeah. Yeah,
He's not.
he
bad.
hasn't been good for a while now.
He's not bad, but he hasn't been that Zeke that we saw in
Yeah,
2016.
he hasn't
you know?
been good for a while. It's like his name has been carrying him the past few years.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
All right. That makes sense.
What about you?
All right, my bold prediction, the San Francisco 49ers are going to go undefeated and win the Super Bowl.
Okay.
No. And that's not even my bold prediction.
Didn't you guys get rid of Debo?
Huh?
Did
No,
Debo
they
leave?
have Debo.
Well, he wants to leave. Huh?
No,
he
no,
hasn't
no.
left yet?
No. They signed him to 3 more
they
years.
did?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, anyways, I think that's my bold prediction. They're going undefeated.
Who's your quarterback first?
They're
of all?
becoming the all-time best team ever. That record of the what is it? The 72
bold prediction.
the 72 Dolphins.
Yeah.
Like they're the only undefeated
Yeah.
team. Will move over because the San Francisco 49ers
Damn, that's bold.
are going to be the new kings. Like
Who's your quarterback?
Trey Lance.
They're rolling with Trey Lance.
Yeah, they're rolling with Trey Lance. So this is what I think
Jimmy
is going to...
G's.
Yeah, Jimmy G's gone.
Damn.
This is what I think is going to happen. Bold prediction still going on here. Debo is not even going to be the number one receiver. It's going to be Ayuk.
Mm.
Like, Debo is almost going to be like that. Not necessarily a decoy, but they're going to be targeting them so much that Ayuk's just going to be destroying guys. So, of course, I'm being biased here. But
Yeah,
what I've seen...
extremely biased.
what I've seen in like training camp, dude, he is making guys look like fools.
Debo?
No, Ayuk.
Okay.
Like he was already like the number 2,
Yeah, well, he's
And-
going against threes probably.
and now I'm like, god damn, like he looks fucking good. So I don't know what the fuck he did during the offseason, but he looks good. So
steroids.
I just feel like San Francisco 49ers, undefeated season,
I
going
don't
to
know.
the Super Bowl, gonna win
It's
it.
bold.
That's my bold take.
What's your real one?
My real one,
They're gonna go into
my real one is Cowboys are going to struggle early.
Hey, wait. Oh shit, he's gonna flip it on us.
They're going to struggle early.
They're gonna win.
They're going to win. They're going to lose their first 3 games. Jerry's going into a panic,
He's gonna sign somebody.
and he makes a trade for Jimmy
I win.
Garoppolo
Jimmy
to
G?
replace
What number is he?
Dak Prescott.
What's his number?
It's not going to necessarily
6?
be, he's going to be 10.
Is that his number?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
10.
Yeah.
He's not necessarily going to be the trade's not going to be like, oh, we'll give you Dak for Jimmy. It's going to be like, we take fucking Jimmy and we'll give you like fucking
Zeke.
some other fucking dudes and shit like that. But Jimmy
You don't have
G,
much to give.
Jimmy G, week 5 for sure he's going to be starting for the Dallas
Oh, shit, your camera
Cowboys.
turned off.
Yeah, all cameras turned off now.
There you go.
Damn. See, with that, it just went out, and
We've
it was
gone
like,
dark.
No, that's fine, man.
Even the camera
That's
said-
fine.
the camera's like,
I'm out of here.
There's no record of it. No, but no. Seriously, I think Jimmy G is gonna move over to the Dallas Cowboys after the Dallas Cowboys rocky start at the beginning of the season.
damn, they're gonna bench Dak.
Yeah, like I think he's on a short leash, and I think because what happened last year in the playoffs, that they were going in like with a lot of swag, and just how they got embarrassed, dude, in the playoff game. Yeah, like toward the end, they kind of got their shit together and almost made that comeback. But then the mishap of Dak, like, just
I honestly,
totally shedding the bed, like, it kind of left a sour taste in Jerry's mouth,
Yeah.
where he's like, dude, literally, this team is on a fucking
yeah,
short
maybe
leash.
this guy isn't. The
I'm
guy that can
gonna
take us.
die soon. This team's on a short leash, and I'm gonna try to make something happen because I want to see one more championship.
Honestly, I thought they were gonna try to do the same shit they did in the '90s, where they're gonna try to steal Debo from the Niners, because honestly, I mean, he didn't torch us in that game,
Mm-hmm.
but I think he definitely helped, because they were double covering him,
Yeah.
all the time. So I thought maybe Jerry might poach him and take him,
Yeah,
thinking that maybe if
and
they
then
ever go back to the
after you
playoffs,
guys
that-
lost Cooper too, right?
yeah, that's another reason why I thought they might be going that direction with Debo, but I guess not.
I don't know, man. I just feel like the Cowboys, like Jerry, he's just like, I think you guys have a good enough team to get into the playoffs, but he's literally like, I want something to happen. Like
It's just-
he
it's-
wants a championship.
Or-
It's just so hard with the
make a
fucking
run or
salary
something.
like
cap.
yeah, like
I mean, I
he
feel like
wants to win a few playoff games.
I feel like the only way we're gonna get back there is to do what they did last time, and not just buy some good fucking players. I mean, fork the money over, and instead of now they're going into this hoping that a rookie can step up and fill the shoes, but with the salary cap the way it is, it's so hard to have so many good players unless you fucking
here's the thing, like
your key players.
what I
are
don't get
elite.
is like they always talk about the salary cap and how it like fucking doesn't allow you to do a lot of things.
yeah.
But for whatever reason, the Rams have found a way to manipulate shit where they are like going out and buying fucking players.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You know?
It's-
And I think Jerry's like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go do that.
Yeah.
Like he's got to make something happen. Like I mean, dude,
Like,
last
honestly,
year
if they
he
got,
looked
like-
old as fuck, dude. And
like if they got Derrick Henry, like the Cowboys are a pretty run heavy team, right? I mean, they've always pretty been that way. But like you go and you fucking pay for like a Derrick Henry, can you imagine him with the line? I mean, dude,
all right,
unstoppable.
do you think Dak is the guy moving forward?
Like I said, I think the Cowboys have always been a run first, and Dak is not like
He's
When-
a team manager.
when he was a mobile quarterback, he fit the scheme very well. But I think trying to be a shotgun, step back and throw a fucking Hail Mary or something, deep passes, he's not that type of quarterback. I feel like they're utilizing him as we want you to stay in the pocket and be a quarterback and let Zeke do the running. But you take away that so much dynamic when you have Dak running. And I don't know if it's because they're afraid of Dak getting hurt. They don't want him to run. Maybe Dak's afraid to run. Like, they're giving him the option. He just is afraid to. Like, his first instinct is just to throw it or what. But because of the way that we're designed as a run-heavy team, I think you're shorting yourself by not having Dak run also.
One more thing.
Because it worked really well for his first year.
Yeah.
He doesn't do it hardly ever. I mean, and when he does run, it's like everybody's kind of like, oh, fuck, oh, fuck.
yeah, they hold their breath.
Yeah, but I mean,
They
you
all
have to,
aged.
man.
They all aged though. You know, they're not.
That's
the
true
same.
too, but Dak's also not that old either. I mean, he's in the middle of the
Yeah,
road,
but he's also had some pretty horrific injuries.
exactly. And I mean, if he's scared, that's one thing. But you got to find somebody that can do it.
He's kind of a damaged goods right now.
I don't think Dak's the type of quarterback.
All right. Does McCarthy?
He's a good person, good leader, but I just don't think he has the arm for.
If the Cowboys struggle, does McCarthy last a full season?
I think McCarthy will last longer than Dak. I think they would bench Dak before.
Really?
I think so too.
Really?
Yeah, I think Jerry.
So
Fields
the
is
so
too
the
invested
short
in-
leash is on Dak.
I think so.
All right.
Yeah, because how long has Dak
Kind of
been
like my
here?
true prediction.
But
How long has Dak been here?
Rex Ryan is on speed dial.
Rex or Bob Ryan or Rob Ryan
Or Rob Dyrdek.
or Rob Dyrdek. Nah,
James
dude.
Earl almost.
All right, I got
He's a coach.
James Earl.
Just a mix of the
James
two.
Earl. Almost. All right, I got one more.
Offense and defense.
Everything the sun touches is your
Tackle.
stadium.
Everything the sun touches, tackle their asses.
Fucking. I got one more complaint, guys. So before the show, I went to go get some coffee, and
Yeah, where did you go with coffee? I didn't say with coffee.
it's right here,
okay,
man.
Okay, all right.
All right, so I went to go get coffee, and I'm a huge Dunkin' fan. However, I think I'm no longer a fan of Dunkin'.
Oh, what happened?
So fucking, I went through the drive-thru, and it was very simple. I said, give me a large hot coffee, cream, and a couple of sugars. Go drive up. They give me an iced coffee. And I was like, no. I want hot coffee. And then the guy's like, oh, okay. Can you park over there? So then I go over there. He brings me the hot coffee with a fucking donut. And I was like, wait a minute. What is the price on, like, the fucking... Because you gave me an iced coffee. Did you guys change the price? He was like, oh, yeah, but I gave you a donut. And I was like, fuck. So then I had to get down.
So the donut was your change?
Yeah, so then I went down, and then
What?
I went down, and then I was like, yo, dude, I try explaining it to this one guy. He just looks at me like I'm a fucking... Like, he had
Japanese.
he had a dumb look on his face.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to talk bad because I've been in that kind of service, that customer service role. But this guy looked at me like, what the fuck? And I was like, what the fuck you? And I was like, girl comes up. I don't even think it was the manager, but she comes up to me and she's like, hey. And I'm like, what is the difference between, in price-wise, between the iced coffee and a hot coffee? And she was like, oh, well, the iced coffee is 3 something and the hot coffee is 2 something. I was like, all right, I want my change back. And then she's like, well, that's why I gave you a donut. And I was like, I don't want a donut. Why the fuck should I have a donut? Like, I didn't tell her that, but I was like, why should I have a donut? Like, you know? I was like, I don't want a donut. I want my change. And I pay with my card. Then she goes to the fucking register, tries to fucking do something, and then she comes back and she gives me 75 cents. 3 fucking quarters. And I was like, can't you just put it back on my card? I can't do that. It's like, yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Like, you dismiss the first charge.
Yeah, you cancel the first one and then
you
up
just
another one.
Yeah. And she was like, I can't do that. And I was like, you know what? Fuck. And I just got in and I just walked out. You just lost a loyal fucking
Did
customer.
you eat the donut?
A lifetime. No. I left the fucking
Oh,
donut. I didn't
damn.
want to cut.
Oh, you got your change right.
Yeah.
75
She gave me back my 75 cents or whatever it was. But I was like, you just lost a fucking loyal
Yeah.
customer.
Damn.
I've always said Dunkin' is better than Starbucks. However,
I don't know
every
about
time
all
I've gone to Starbucks, they've never fucked me over.
that. Yeah.
They always fuck
So
me
they
with
just assumed you wanted a donut?
yeah,
Yeah, they gave
me
a
a
change.
as change. Like, here's your fucking donut.
It's like, sorry, we fucked up. You
Here,
know,
we're
like-
still gonna charge you the iced coffee price, but here's a donut
That's
for your
like
hot
Homer
coffee.
Simpson's fantasy.
And I was like,
Like instead of getting change, you're just paying donuts.
Just
yeah,
donuts is
but
currency?
I didn't want a
yeah,
fucking donut.
no, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, what in the right mind would have thought? Like, what made you think that was like the right thing to do?
Yeah.
That's
It's like, give him a
going-
donut.
That's like going to McDonald's, paying, and your change comes out of that little thing.
As a
It's
fucking
fries.
as a McFlurry,
nugget.
as a
Nugget,
McFlurry.
like nuggets come out.
Nuggets. I'd be like,
And that'd be
yes.
3 nuggets. Take a nugget, leave a nugget.
I would have put it in the tip jar. That's what you should have done.
Dude.
Taken the donut and put it in the tip jar. Well, here's my tip, bitch. That's what I would have
Yeah.
done.
So then,
We're collecting for.
dude, I was,
I mean, like,
So
what am I supposed to do with this
organization.
donut? I can't
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
buy anything with it. Here's your fucking tip.
yeah, and I was
Go eat
like,
shit.
Imagine
then
you
I was-
start paying with food like to places.
So I said donut as currency.
dude, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like,
Damn, it's gonna
but
cost me 200
doesn't-
donuts.
but doesn't that shit piss you off? Like, whenever they fuck up, they want to
Yeah.
they want to say like, well, we could give you a gift
Because
card.
it's easier for them.
We could give you a gift card, or we can reimburse you with like a $5 credit or $10 credit, whatever it is. But it's like, you're the ones that fucked up, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, why the fuck am I gonna have
Why
to?
do I have to?
Why do I have to come back to get?
Yeah.
Like, no, like you already lost your chance.
Do you think there's an age that you hit that you start caring about these things?
And
Yeah,
it
for sure.
wasn't like I said. It was a $75, 70-cent difference, but it was a principle
The
Yeah.
principle. I know.
of getting a fucking donut.
But do you think like
where they thought
like, when
they
you
could
were
fucking-
younger, you really had the principles? No, right?
Nah,
No,
fuck
I would have been like a fucking donut. Hell yeah, 75 cents a donut. But then,
Yeah.
like
But somewhere
now,
along the lines, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, well, these fuckers
Now,
need to do their
I
job
feel-
right.
Yeah.
yeah, no, and
No, I
you know
get
what?
that.
And
Yeah,
I've
it comes with
and
age,
I've
for
and
sure.
like I said, usually I try to be as understanding as possible because I was in that service. I used to work at McDonald's, and I remember like how fucking fucked up people would treat me
Yeah.
when I would like,
Mess something up.
I would mess up an order or I like miss
But
fucking
that's what made you the man you are today.
yeah, to complain about donuts now.
Well, I mean,
Well, like,
Yeah,
you've been
But,
in those shoes, so you know how
yeah.
hard
So,
it is to get
I like
critiqued, and then how
I got
easy it is
I
to
got
fix
down
it,
and I was like, we'll fix it.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna charge me twice. It's gonna take a couple of days for the transaction to dismiss and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that. But I get it. I've been in their situation. But the way she was like, well, that's why I gave you a donut. It's like, well, that's why you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Like, no. And dude, I was so pissed.
So
I
can
was
I have
so
your
pissed.
manager? I'm gonna let him know you're giving out free donuts.
Yeah, can I have your manager? And then it's like, you're in. Then I was like, oh, I'm fucked.
I'm fucked.
But like,
is there another manager?
no, but here's the fucked up part. So then I leave Dunkin', and I'm so furious, where I'm like, I'm gonna take my business elsewhere. I already got my fucking coffee. I already overspent it. Like,
At 75 cents.
and then I was like, I'm just so mad. I'm gonna go somewhere else, spend money. No reason to spend money whatsoever, but I'm gonna go spend money. I was like, McDonald's? Nah, no
Just
McDonald's.
out of spite.
I'm gonna drive. I drove to fucking Jack in the Box and got a fucking $5 burrito
Hell
when I would have never gone to get it, you know.
Yeah.
But I was just so mad. I was like, you know what? Fuck this place.
Dude, I was trying to get you guys burritos this morning.
Oh really?
Like, I stopped by like 2 burrito places.
And they try to
they
give
were
you a
closed.
fucking donut.
They were closed, bro. I was like, what the fuck?
So
Oh, dude,
I was gonna go to
Sunday.
Rita. Well, that was one
I
of the
got
things.
another
I was gonna go to Rita's, dude.
I
Have you
went
ever-
there too.
Dude.
They were closed.
Aren't those burritos so fucking
They're
good?
bomb, yeah.
But here's the thing: why do they close on Sundays? Doesn't fucking make sense.
Okay.
So I went,
Sunday is the primary day for
Yeah.
someone to go and get fucking burritos in the morning.
this is the first time I've ever had to drive to the studio, right? Because like I've
Oh,
always
yeah,
lived here,
it's
so I was
true,
like on my
true,
way there,
true.
I'll stop and get the guys burritos.
Yeah, that's right.
So I drove to Rita's and I'm like, they're closed. And I'm like, oh, go
that's why I
across.
went to Jack in the Box.
Where-
I'll go
Where's
across.
Rita's?
It's right there by Big 8. Well,
Yeah.
I guess old Big
I
8.
wish
Yeah,
On
it's by the
Crossroads.
laundromat.
On Crossroads.
Yeah, the Crossroads laundromat.
You know where Crossroads is, right?
Oh, Peter's like
Well, he's not a West Sider anymore.
Crossroads. What is that?
Whoa, man.
But if you
me
tell
see
me
about
where
the
McCombs
Crossroads.
is, okay, I could tell. Or Dyer.
So I got a complaint.
Kenworthy.
I went to Popeyes.
Kenworthy.
I went to Popeyes the other day.
Martin Luther King.
And there was like a line from here to hell, right?
Okay.
So like we get off, Jacob and I and Jonah, and we go, and the door's locked.
Yeah, they don't.
And then there's a guy like in the parking lot like that works
Wait,
there
you went where?
to Popeyes.
Oh, okay.
And
Popeyes
and then the guy's like, yeah, our lobby's closed
Yeah.
because we don't have enough people working. And I'm like, well, get in there. He's in the parking lot. And he
What are you doing out here, fucker?
he just laughed and then he was like, sorry, I can't let you in. And I was like, son of a bitch.
Damn.
That everywhere's hiring, dude.
Dude, everywhere.
yeah. Yeah.
Everywhere.
But
They-
nobody.
So, okay. So I was talking about this. So Jacob's 15. He can't technically work
Mhm.
until you're 16. I mean, you could work
Yeah, you get a
at 15, but you got to get a waiver and all.
Yeah.
Should they bring that down to 15-year-olds?
No,
Why?
because they're so fucking.
He's a sophomore in high school. I think he's capable.
I think getting a donut as change is a perfect example why young people should not be working.
Okay, but those are people at that age. Why not start teaching them younger?
Yeah, I would be more
No.
like, okay, same kind of, let's just go through the same scenario, right? But if this lady was like a 50-year-old lady, or you know what I mean, like you're kind of like, what the fuck, lady? Come on, you've been alive for this long, you should know.
You know we
how
don't give
shit
donuts
works,
as cheap.
right? But like if it's a 15-year-old kid, it's like
What
you
is
kinda
the
feel like, okay,
what is the
well,
currency of a fucking strawberry donut and a fucking
Yeah,
curler or
a
whatever?
maple bar? Maple bar's more? Is it because it's bigger? Like two? Like, I don't know.
But I give you a sprinkle donut.
yeah.
Oh, I got a Boston cream. What the fuck is this shit?
Yeah.
Did they?
Give me a
so
jelly
you
roll.
didn't- They gave you a random donut.
I didn't even look at the bag because the guy's like, "I got you a donut," and I was like, "I don't want a fucking donut. I don't want a donut." And then he just walked away as
Alright.
I was telling him I didn't
All
want
right,
a donut.
But if there's this,
So that's why I went in there.
if there's this big shortage of workers all around, everywhere,
Well, I'll tell you this.
why
Peter.
not drop it to 15?
I got a better idea.
Why not pay them more money, dude? Inflation. How is it that there's still
Yeah,
like
but if you pay
inflation?
them more money, then the burgers and
But-
donuts are gonna be more.
No,
just
it's
everything
already
goes
gone up. It's already gone up. Have you seen McDonald's? There's no dollar
But,
menu. It's
yeah,
$3
It's
now.
gone up with inflation. It's gone up with inflation. But then you add higher wages to that, it's gonna go up even
They've
more.
already.
There won't be
added-
dollar menu.
No. There is no dollar menu. They've
That's what
already
I'm
added
saying.
the
There won't
inflation.
be.
They've already added the inflation.
All right.
I got a better idea.
What?
There's a whole bunch of workers down south that are desperately risking their lives to get here.
Let them.
Let them work.
Like when
There's
they.
nobody here that wants to work, and there's a people
Like instead of them signing deportation papers, they sign an application.
like a work visa or something. I mean something.
I'm for that too.
I mean, like these
Because
people
there's
are
a shortage
willing to
of
work.
workers everywhere.
everywhere. Yeah,
It's crazy.
Yeah.
it's like nobody wants to do it here. They're right. What? Right there is there's like 1,000 workers ready to fucking.
I am totally.
I mean, it
for
amazes me. I mean, there's some people, like I said, the people that live in Juarez and work here, like having to go over the bridge every day for work. You know, we bitch about a fucking drive-through line that's like 10 cars in front of you. These
And-
motherfuckers spend like two.
But
you've been on the
Jacob
bridge.
really wants to work.
You
Like
know what I
he
mean?
truly
Like-
wants to work, and I'm like, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I started. I did the little program where I had to sign and get approved
Yeah.
or whatever after school, and I liked it. It gave me something to do, kept me out of trouble. That's for sure. Put some money in my pocket and buy some video games. And
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't mind it. I was just fucking around. Like I don't care if like a teenager wants to work and shit.
Because I think at high school you're more than capable.
Yeah, definitely.
honestly, I mean, to me, I think a lot of those, because you're not going to get health benefits. You're not going to get fucking, you know what I mean, from a
Hey,
lot of those.
Yeah, you're still living with your parents.
Yeah, I mean, it's a perfect job for
Yeah.
someone like that.
I don't know. I'm all for it. If you vote for me, or actually Beto, if you vote for Beto,
Oh God.
I'm gonna be his labor secretary.
His labor sec-
And
yeah,
I'm gonna fix the labor problem.
yeah. I mean, dude.
Or
I just don't
Anthony,
get it.
What if Beto O'Rourke came up to you and said, "Tell me how to fix the labor problem"? Would you be on board? I want you as my labor secretary.
I
Would
would
you do it or not?
I would, but it kind of scare me. Is why is he asking me? It's like
Because
motherfucker,
you're
the
a
politician.
worker.
Because he's the guy that reaches
You're
over
a
the aisle.
worker.
But it's like it takes me to figure that out. Like, oh God, that's kind of scary. But yeah, I mean, I would be willing to help. I mean, why not? But
Every politician has their team.
yeah, true.
They don't
True,
do
but it's
everything.
just I don't know. Yeah, I hate politics.
And
I know, but-
and he's going to the hard-working man to actually
Yeah,
see what
like,
it's
okay,
like
Anthony,
out there.
What's it like? Tell
Yeah,
me.
It's rough, man. It's rough.
I don't know, man. Fucking.
Hey, I've noticed that so all the gas stations have no gas now.
Okay, I noticed that too, and I was like, I didn't know if anybody else noticed that.
Well, Peter noticed it.
I went to 2 gas stations and they were like out of service,
Yeah.
and I was like, the fuck?
Yesterday we were looking for gas. We had 5 miles left, and we were like, "Fuck, the nearest gas station's 4.5."
Yeah.
There's 3 of them, and we were like, "Not really."
So it's all in El Paso.
In El Paso, it's because they're
No.
mad at us because our electricity works.
Yeah.
Not like the rest of Texas.
Yeah, the gas is like fuck. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was weird too.
I really feel like we're getting blackballed.
Yeah. It's because El Paso's not a part of Texas, dude.
But they get mad at
Yeah.
us when our electricity works and theirs doesn't. So we'll get them with gas because we have all the gas.
Well,
Yeah.
I really think there's like
there was a big
there's-
pipeline that was supposed to fix that.
there's big
Got
politics in that.
Yeah, there is. It's politics and everything.
But
Like I said, we wouldn't be having this problem if that pipeline never got shut down. It would have been completed.
they would have diverted it.
I'm just saying.
They would have taken priority and taken the even if the pipeline
It would at
came
least
through,
be
they would-
here, not overseas.
Well, yeah, we have refineries here. We don't see the oil from
Well,
it.
yeah, because they can't get it from one side of the country to the other.
They take those trucks and they drive them everywhere
The
else.
pipeline was supposed to be like
Come on, Anthony.
the main lane, man. It was supposed to save a bunch of fuel too, having to truck it.
I don't know. I didn't even know there's a pipeline.
Yeah. Well, we have tons of oil here. It just nobody wants to drill it. There's too many fucking activists and stuff that you can't tap into the ground to get it. But we have tons of oil here. It's just why they're not using it, I don't know.
Yeah, but
I honestly think that the U.S. is trying to. They're saving it as reserves, and they're trying to buy everybody else's oil. So when they're out, they have to come to us, and then that's when we tap.
That makes sense. In
But at the same time, it's like we need
300
it now.
years.
Yeah.
well, like also like
Alaska.
there was this economist that came out on one of the Sunday morning shows. You know, when it's like a political shows on the
Yeah.
morning, and she was talking about it. That the reason the gas prices were so high had nothing to do with anything that was going on here in the United States. It was more because of so much of the world relies on Russia to fucking power them, and because of the war of Ukraine and Russia, that was the reason. And she's like,
Yeah, that's why.
so like, no, I'm good, dude. So she was saying like, it doesn't matter like what they do. They can drill, they can do all kinds of shit, they can but it's not gonna bring down the price of oil.
How would it not?
And she was like, what's going on right now is that the war of Ukraine and Russia, that's why everything has skyrocketed. Until that war ends, that's when the prices will come back down.
Yeah, but it's because we're buying it from them. If we had our own, how would it not change?
I don't know, man. I'm not
It doesn't
an
make sense to
economist.
me.
She was the economist. So,
It's just like those chips, you know? Like China basically has all those chips, computer chips that everybody's trying to get. And
oh, I thought you were talking about
Potato
Doritos.
chips,
yeah.
yeah.
Doritos.
not those kind of chips.
Hey,
Those are the only chips we have.
okay, real quick question. If they came out tomorrow and said, we're going to initiate a chip system into people, would you do
No
it?
way. Hell no.
Why not? I would.
I think they already have it.
I mean, it's in your phone. You carry it
Yeah,
every day
yeah.
with you. But I
And
mean,
and that's why I
in my
say-
body, I don't know.
Why not?
You have it on your wrist. You have it on your.
You just go up. You
They have
could
those.
pay like that. You could.
Yeah, you can get it
Um,
RFID.
You get
chip.
pulled over. You just show your chip. You don't have to pull out ID. You just put your arm out. They scan it. All this is so and so, so and so, so and so. All right. He has a warrant. Oh shit. He
But
does
like,
that,
see,
he's good.
we don't even.
You wouldn't do that?
We're
willingly no.
I would.
But look,
I
look,
mean-
look. We're already. Here's the thing. We're already chipped as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have to have a license. We have to have a passport.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
have to
that's
have
what I'm
a
saying.
phone, a watch. We have all these things that have basically chipped us.
Yeah.
Altogether.
Like this watch, the only reason I wear it is because it counts my steps.
Like-
and I could pay with it and
Yeah.
all that. Now you take this away. I mean, it gives me a rash sometimes.
You're look,
So I wouldn't mind having a chip, honestly.
Here's the thing.
or like
here's
if
the
your
thing.
kid gets lost,
Yeah.
run the chip. Where's he at?
That's
Where's the
only-
GPS? Oh,
Here-
you know what? He's.
Here's the thing.
that I would
look,
be a-
you take
I
this.
mean, you could do everything.
You take this thing off, you're still being tracked. You get rid of this and this, you're still being tracked. There's always ways of you're still being tracked. You're literally going to have to become homeless to not be tracked.
So
Anything you do,
you wouldn't want to do
you
it.
punch into work, you're being tracked.
I've thought about it, but I don't know.
I'm just,
Do you think how close are we to 1984? You know the movie, the book I'm talking about? The book 1984 where it's basically like Big Brother looking in on you?
Never read it.
Never read it?
I don't
There's a
think so.
there's a movie.
It sounds familiar, but
It does, but
I want to say we're probably already there.
You think we're there already?
I'm all for
Yeah.
it, dude. For reals.
I-
It's gonna take something bold.
My thing is,
I'm surprised you haven't read it. You're always into that shit.
It sounds familiar. I don't think I read it.
Yeah.
it was like a high school or high school.
Well,
I think it was like a curriculum.
I saw it. I saw it in college. I saw the film in college, but then like he made us like go back and read some of the parts in the book, and then we had to compare the two.
1984.
Yeah,
I'm gonna read it.
it's about Big Brother.
I was telling Abel about a book I really liked. The lead singer from Bad Religion. It's called Population Wars.
Huh.
He wrote it during the Ebola outbreaks and all.
Shit.
But it's very like in hindsight and knowing what we know about COVID and all that now, he kind of touches on that, and it's pretty crazy to read it now because I read it during the COVID era.
Oh,
But he's talking about Ebola, but how
it relates to now.
disease and even it's called Population
George
Wars.
Orwell is the author.
Okay, I've heard of it, but I haven't read it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Population Wars. Shout out. You should read it. I started
Scary,
a book
man.
club at my school.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So
You're in a book club?
I started it
Oh
at our
shit!
school.
Damn.
And how many people do
So
you
I
have?
might call you guys to come read to the.
Read a book.
Oh,
Yeah, it just bring random people that
fucking!
have careers to bring give a view that like reading is still relevant.
I remember a
Sure.
few years back, you told me that you were in a book club, and my boss, right now, she has a book club, but the majority of the people that I work with are women, and she's always inviting people like on the newsletter. She's like, well, the person that writes the newsletter, it's like, oh, by the way, there's a book club at blah 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 blah, and then I'm like, I kind of want to do it.
This is
I
your
kinda-
boss?
Yeah, she has a book club.
You think your boss will come read to my students?
Oh, I'm sure of it, dude. Yeah, because she's into that stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I'll do it.
you should do it.
I am.
I'll set you up with her.
Sweet.
Nice.
That works.
And she's, yeah.
Dude, I realize if you just ask people, they come. Like
yeah.
a lot of time,
Yeah.
99.9% of the time,
Hardest part is
is just asking.
Is asking.
Or organizing the schedule.
Yeah,
Like,
me too.
like, hey, you know what? Can you come? No, I can't. Okay, don't get discouraged. But 99.9% of the time, they have no problem coming. Tipton, one time I asked him, he came. I've asked Lisa, she went. I had my friend Fernando Chito.
Mm.
He went. So I kind of want to do the same idea. I'm gonna have Abel go.
I'm not gonna go.
You're gonna go.
What the fuck am I gonna read?
Huh?
George Orwell's 1984.
Yachty went. Yachty went. I'll ask Yachty then since you want to go.
Yeah, Yachty's.
Yachty went. Sam went.
Yeah,
It's
Yachty's a
just
good person.
asking people.
Nice.
And the whole point is to show that people in like career positions
Read.
do read. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not a lot lost.
It's
art.
your version. Remember being a kid and then you would walk into the library and they had like Shaquille O'Neal with a book. Hey,
Yep.
hey guys, Shaquille O'Neal reading
school, man.
We need Pat for that, man.
Fuck Charles Barkley.
We need Pat doing it.
Yeah, I know.
Pat,
Fucking
Pat.
Pat.
We miss you, man.
Where in the world is Pat San Diego right now?
Not sure.
Where do you think? Just put
At
it out
home.
I
there.
think he's with it.
At home?
I think he's with the baby.
He's with the baby?
Yeah, for sure.
I think right now Pat
He's changing a dirty diaper right now.
is on a high-speed chase
Hey,
inside a Bronco.
Like Charlie Sheen in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
That was one
That
of
was
the
a
best
cool movie,
movies
yeah.
ever.
Who was the girl?
I don't know, but she was freaking hot.
Yeah, she
Growing up, I was like,
Who-
man,
Who was that girl?
I will marry this girl.
Yeah, you don't know what?
No.
Charlie Sheen goes into a convenience store, kidnaps this girl using
a candy bar.
a candy bar.
But it's because I forgot why. The cops show up, and he thinks they're trying to get him or something, right? Like he has a warrant or something.
I have no fucking clue.
But like he's not a.
What is that movie called?
It's called
Hot Pursuit.
something like that.
No,
It
I don't
is.
know.
No, it really is. And then even like there's these crazy monster truck guys that are like they want fame and they're like it's on the freeway, it's on the LA freeway system.
It's like a lesser version of Speed, almost.
Yeah, but it was badass, dude, in its time.
Hey, speaking of Speed, Sandra Bullock She comes out in Speed, right?
Beautiful.
The other day,
Childhood.
well,
crush.
yesterday, Yadi and I, we were watching Miss Congeniality. You wouldn't believe, like, how fucking, what
Not
is it?
politically correct?
Yeah. Miss Congeniality is, like, it came to the point where Yadi and I were, like, counting all the scenes and all the, like, phrases that they would, and just things that they would do, like, actions. Dude, we needed more fingers than what we had. Like, it was a lot, and it was just, like, mind-blowing. Like, this was a super popular movie in the 90s. So accepting. Like, many people loved it. Especially women. Yet, there were so many things in that movie that would, nowadays, be
Frowned upon.
frowned upon by women.
Yeah.
You know? So, it was
The
wild.
chase.
The chase.
Oh, the chase? Look at the Anthony. The chase,
Dude,
yeah.
that's
Who's the
a-
girl? Who's the girl?
Let me see. Hold on.
I think it was, like, Charlize Theron.
No, it wasn't
No?
her. It's a
Okay,
nobody.
okay,
I looked this
don't
up.
tell me. Don't tell me. Scarlett Johansson.
No.
It was a white girl, right?
Yeah,
With
yeah,
blonde
but
hair?
it's a nobody. Somebody that's not a
Is it a
big
nobody?
name.
Yeah, I think
Heather Locklear.
Christy Swanson.
Swanson? Samson?
Samsonite?
Yeah,
Christy Swanson? Let me see. Show me a picture.
She came out in
Ugh.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It says.
Oh yeah, she's the girl
Ah.
from Buffy and the Vampire.
That makes
Slayer.
sense. Yeah, it is her.
Yeah, it is.
Dude, that was such a good movie.
She was beautiful,
Dude,
dude.
Was it here that we would watch Buffy the
Ooh.
Vampire Slayer? And he
Yeah,
gets stabbed. Remember we used to do
Yeah.
that shit? He would get stabbed. He got stabbed.
Oh, God,
and-
yeah.
I showed the
I
kids
just seen
that
the
movie.
picture of her now. I'm like, holy shit! I bring back memories.
Yeah.
Yeah, Buffy the.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm gonna, dude.
Oh, Swanson.
Dude, I'm gonna look that shit up. Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
That's I showed the kids the movie. My kids.
That's what it's called, Buffy the
Yeah.
Vampire.
Mhm.
Dude, I'm gonna watch that shit.
But there's
that
a
was
show, too.
hilarious.
Yeah,
There's
there's
a
a
show,
show,
too.
but she came out in the movie.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
that was a funny.
It
movie.
had a $1 million baby in it too. What's her name?
Oh shit!
She was in it.
She's in Buffy.
Yeah.
Buffy the
She's the
Vampire.
friend. Or like the bully friend. Though.
Dude,
That's a great movie, man.
that's a funny movie.
Yeah.
I like vampires. What's better, vampires or zombies?
Zombies.
Zombies.
Yeah, I like zombies better. The whole Twilight kind of fucked it up.
Mm.
For zombies?
No, for vampires, like it just I think of them as like
Interview with the
romance
Vampire. Did you like
teen
it? Yeah or nay?
fucking-
I've revisited it a couple of times and it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, like I feel like
It's good.
Hillary
It's
Swank.
slow though.
Hillary Swank.
Swank. $1 million baby.
Good movie.
Yeah, I like zombies.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I've never really been afraid of vampires. Like I never like.
I think I could fight them all.
Hey, so since we're kind of on the pop culture,
Ooh.
so I thought about this the other day. So I was going through my music, and don't ask me why, but I have like NSYNC and like Backstreet Boys too. Like,
Britney?
Yeah.
dude, good songs, good songs. But anyways, do you think? Because we're not really in an era of
Boy bands?
boy bands, right?
Yeah, you
I
are.
think-
BTS.
Yeah, and that,
Yeah, but
I
not
kind of thought about
American.
that, but like American boy bands, they ruled it, man.
But see, you can't look at American. We are international now.
Okay,
Like
BT
music is
BT
everywhere.
BT
Like look
who?
at the look
What-
at the
what are they
biggest
called?
stars.
BTS?
BTS. Look at the
Okay.
biggest stars. Dua Lipa. She's not from here.
Okay.
BTS. Not from
Okay,
here.
Yeah, but is
okay.
that because we don't like we haven't?
Yeah, that, and that,
Nobody-
No, it's because
Nobody's-
now we
Okay,
could
but
get music from wherever
traditional
and whenever.
boy band, and I
Yeah.
guess you could, BTS will fall in that category. I'm not
Smooth
familiar. I know who they
butter.
are, but yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Harry Styles.
but
not
there
from
used
here.
to be competitive ones. There used
Yeah,
to be
we were
a
the
lot
kings
of them.
of the boy bands.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
were.
it was like the era of boy
Yeah,
bands. I
rivals.
wouldn't say there's the
Yeah,
era
if you
of
were
boy
98
bands.
degrees, you were not NSYNC.
Yeah.
If you were NSYNC, you were not Backstreet
Yeah.
Boys. Yeah, I get it.
So,
Believe
is
me, I
is
lived it.
Lost?
Yeah.
Is it lost?
It's not lost. I'm just telling you, it's because like
I think
And then
everything-
BTS, I mean, I don't know
everything-
much about them, but and this sounds kind of bad, but when I first saw them, I didn't know who was female, who was male. I didn't know they were all males.
Yeah. Yeah, they're
no,
They're like neutral.
no, they're-
yes. I would
guys,
say they're
like-
not.
I mean,
just
they're
have-
guys, yeah,
they
yeah.
just have
Just
different
very different,
look.
But they're Korean, right?
Yeah,
They're
I
all
think so.
skinny, fucking. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not your typical like,
But that's the look.
Would you have a boy band that was typical American guy with a beard?
Yeah.
Their
Beard gut.
hat.
fucking-
Anthony's boy
You're
band.
Smooth like butter.
Anthony's beard.
Melted over my butters.
Anthony's boy band's gonna
Like
be
lots
fucking Larry the Cable Guy, and fucking.
No, but I'm saying like
Is that why? Because the
No,
Democrat.
but
Because
you see like 98 Degrees, they're all got their shirts off. They're all fucking ripped. You know what I mean? Like girls.
well,
teen
that's
heart
what
rock-
it was.
heart-
that's what
heart
it was in the
but
90s.
yeah,
Like I don't
In
see
the 90s,
BTS.
like-
as in,
90s
like,
was
I
steroid
don't see,
juiced
like,
up.
That's
what.
douchey steroid
Yeah, that's what.
body type.
Yeah,
well,
like
nowadays,
they
bring
talk-
it back,
Nowadays,
baby.
No,
we're
they-
too comfortable with like, I got a panza.
Yeah,
The
like
bigger the
dad
panza,
bods.
the better the chanza. What-
Yeah,
That's like our motto,
That's
man.
yeah. But like,
Americans today have beards, or guys at least, not women.
well,
Beards. They got the dad bod.
but we've gone through phases in terms of what is good looking.
yeah, but
right?
shit always comes back
So like,
around.
no, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
Trends always
So-
come
Like
back.
6-pack abs
So,
isn't as
yeah,
popular as it was in
like
the 90s.
back in the
the
90s.
dad bod
you
probably
needed-
trends more.
Dude,
than
back in the 90s, you needed the abs,
I-
the biceps, shit like that.
I want to say it's because it's harder to find nowadays.
okay, yeah.
What?
So
So girls gotta lower,
they
gotta-
lower their standards.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
because they're interested.
I'm gonna
they're
go home
interested
right
in
now. I'm gonna go,
other.
babe, did
they're-
you lower your standards for me?
They're interested in other things now. Like now, like when they
Credit
look at,
scores.
yeah, that could be it, man.
I don't know.
Like-
I think a lot of it's still superficial. Like you
No,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
but in a different look. In a different look.
like you'll never see a fat guy like not like that. Not like the fucking heartthrob like fucking everybody. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, like, when Peter was talking about the jack look, that's like the old school look. Now, like, people are
now it's
looking at
tall,
like
skinny,
like-
little lanky.
okay,
short,
motherfuckers.
tall, skinny, flaca.
I've heard girls say that Post Malone is an attractive guy. I don't think he's attractive. Nothing against him. I think he's a cool guy and everything, but he's kind of like a normal body.
Dude,
nothing
he's a normal
like
person.
he has the tattoos everywhere, but he's like a chill. He wears a white
Yeah.
shirt half the time. Like
The dude that I heard a story. He spent $70,000 on a Magic the Gathering card. That's how nerdy he is. Like the card
Yeah,
game
yeah,
Magic.
the card
he
game.
bought
Yeah.
a
so
$70,000
what I'm
card.
getting at is like that's a real
Yeah.
person.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
legit. Like
And a talented person at that. Like the guy, he's done covers for various songs.
it's kind of like that movie 21 Jump Street when he was like, man, in my day we used to pick on those guys, and
Yeah,
now they're the popular
They're running
guys.
the world. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's true. Like,
Well, we were talking about what Pete Davidson and
yeah,
Yeah.
Pete-
Kim
and when I
Kardashian.
mistake Pete Davidson as being Pete Wentz and
He
shit.
went, yeah.
Who the fuck is Pete Wentz?
Pete Wentz from Fall Out Boy.
Yeah.
Pete Davidson's the crackhead.
But you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
skinny,
Skinny.
like
Yeah.
MGK. you
Yeah.
know,
that's what I'm
lanky,
saying. Like,
Not really ripped, just a twig. BTS, I guess those guys are like that too.
yeah, it's
like
they're-
alien bod. Like
girls
just
girls are
skinny.
girls are into
big head.
girls are into different things now, dude.
Big head, big eyes.
Yeah, big head, big eyes, and just little
Skinny body.
little arms and legs.
It's like
yeah.
freaking ET
Yeah,
was rocking nowadays.
That's popping right. Well, skinny jeans, like the whole. You know what I
ET
mean?
like,
I don't know. It's just-
Whoa, shit.
I don't know if to me like growing up it was like baggy pants, like
Yeah.
just like it's so different now. Like
Well, like, and then even like some of the artists that are popular, like Lizzo, she's fucking huge
yeah,
in more ways than one.
more inclusive.
Yeah. There was a show. She has a show about like her dancers, I guess. Like Who Wants to Be Lizzo's Dancer? I don't know what it's called, but my wife watches it, and all the girls are
Big.
big girls,
Yeah.
or not your traditional pretty girl, I guess you could say. And there's some. I think there's a trans person going through change or whatever that's in it, and I was like, I mean, I like to think I'm woke. That's the word, woke, right? Like we're moving with times and
Yeah.
progressive, I guess. But to me, sometimes I'm still like, am I in this? I don't know how to explain it. Just is it a fad? Which I hope it isn't, because I do believe in like equal rights and all that. But sometimes I feel like it's just a fad for the moment, and then down the line they're still gonna face hardships and everything.
No.
I mean,
So-
just look at equal rights for African Americans or minorities as a whole. They still fight that battle, man.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
So
is
there,
this the fad of right
there-
now of inclusion?
there was
I-
a thing that it was a few episodes back, well, a few months back. Bill Maher had two people on his panel. One was a gay man, and the other one was a lesbian woman, and they were both catching heat by the LGBTQ community for not being as progressive, as woke. And long story short, what the man was saying was like, you can't attack me for all this stuff that you're saying that I'm not, when you haven't in fact gone through the battles that I've had to go through in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s.
Yeah.
Now it's, you guys are trying to fucking, not that, like, you guys are fighting. He didn't say shenanigans, but he was saying you are fighting for these pronouns and all kinds of shit, when it's like, dude, like, look at the progress that has been done, like, and then, like,
Add to it.
and then live through it, and then try to get better. You're
nitpicking.
you're trying to gain so much acceptance from all this, and you need to go back and watch that episode. I'll look for the actual clip of it and I'll send it to you guys. But he made so many good points because of his experience, you know, that the shit that he had to go through as being a gay man, you know, as well as this woman was kind of on his side as well, and she was a gay woman. And these are two people that have prospered, like have now become like
Activists, but yet successful. In
they're
whatever
successful
career fields.
they're successful activists, but they had to go through some hardship, and that's what he was kind of saying is like, sometimes like you don't, not, I don't know, like it's almost too much, like, you know.
Yeah, I might say this might be a little controversial or whatever, but to me, what Peter was saying is it a fad? Is it like this movement? Like, part of me kind of has a hard time wrapping my brain around where have all these people been? You know what I mean? Like, it was so taboo to talk about, or just unaccepted by the majority, that now that it's wide in the open, I feel like a lot of people are gay or fit that spectrum, and it just kind of like, is it a fad that now that it's more acceptable, people are kind of testing the waters, like, maybe?
So Bill,
or is it just out of the blue, just everybody was, hey, I'm that way too, you know?
Or they're just looking for some kind of group to be part of.
Because you think in like 50s and 60s, there were gay people, right? But very little. You know what I mean? You look to now, I mean, it almost feels like you could pretty much go anywhere and almost find somebody that's maybe...
Does it make you uncomfortable?
It doesn't make me uncomfortable until it's being forced upon. Like can I say it? And it's kind of hypocritical, I guess, thinking about it, because it's like, let's say every TV show has always had a mom and dad as their parents, right? Mm-hmm. And if you grew up trans or you know, gay or whatever, right? You would look at that and say, why isn't my family like that? Or why, you know what I mean? Like you would kind of take that in as,
here's a good one.
Well, that's not normal to me, right? No. But let's say everybody flip the script, right? And every show it's 2 men or 2 women. I think I would look at it and be like, well, that's not normal. Well, that's not right.
Anthony, did you get offended by the new Buzz Lightyear movie?
I didn't take my son to see it because of that. Yeah.
What? I haven't seen it. What happens?
It's not nothing big.
There's a gay couple in it.
There's a gay couple that kiss in one of the scenes. And I don't have a problem with it, but it's just kind of like, to me, they're children, man. This is intended for kids. They don't know what's going on. They don't know. So to me, it's kind of like, why are you forcing that on them? Like, to me, that seems like a force. Like, they didn't have to do that, but they threw it in there. You know what I mean? And it just, to me, kind of like, leave the politics out of little kids' shows. Like, come on, man. Like,
Yeah.
They're so their brains are so malleable at that
But
age. Like
now, I will argue,
now it might be hypercritical.
or
like
not argue, but just say that there are a lot of kids nowadays, a lot more than maybe 10,
Yeah.
20 years ago, that are being raised by same-sex couples.
Right.
So this is their norm.
Yeah.
And they do see that. And it's not offensive to them. And so I get your point, but I also get the point on why they may have thrown that in.
They're trying to include other kids that have that
Yeah.
situation.
So
But my thing is, like, usually we go by majorities, right? That's usually how voting is by majority. So it's, to me, it's like that's such a small group of people in the big scheme of things to try to tailor.
but I don't think it's as small.
It's not as, that's what I'm saying. Like,
think-
I don't know if it's grown to that because it's more accepted, so more people are kind of jumping in on, hey, maybe I am gay, maybe I'm not, maybe I don't know what I am yet. You know what I mean? Like, they're testing, you know.
So and your response, and I'm just using you as an example. Your response was you didn't want to go see it
I didn't.
because maybe that conversation you don't want to have with your kid or whatever the case.
Yeah, I don't feel like a movie should.
Yeah. So then, but with time, obviously he's going to be exposed to it. You're
Right,
going to be
of course.
exposed to it so it's just like you kind of did the right thing. You didn't start up a page like, well, you're leaving me
take
out
it
of
down.
movies
Yeah,
now.
I just
Take
decided
it
not to
down.
support it. I didn't
You're
go buy a
burning-
ticket. Yeah.
Burning movies of
Yeah.
Pixar now or whatever. I mean, I just
I
think,
kind of
like,
didn't like the movie just the whole thing of it. Besides that kiss, is
I was
because-
waiting for Woody to come out.
Well, because they got rid of Tim Allen as Buzz, right? So it's a different voice,
Oh, I don't know.
and so that was a big old thing too. Because, you know,
It's not the Buzz you know.
Yeah, it's not. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the same that Lucas knew. No, because he saw Toy Story 4 and it had him in there. You know, so I don't know. It seems like I feel like a lot of these corporations are using this to their advantage and trying to say, and that's what I mean by a
Well,
fad.
yeah,
because
they talk
saw-
about that, like the whole Pride Month thing, like how
Yeah.
everyone changes their
So,
logo in support of like.
Yeah,
I watched the
But
Simpsons.
it's all
It's
too
a money
fucking.
grab, bro.
Yeah, it's
I
all
watched
together.
The Simpsons religiously. Okay, so Simpsons have been pointing out things for years, right?
Could the Simpsons be a religion?
To me, yeah. But anyways, we'll get back to that. But there was an episode I was watching just the other day, and it was how was it? They're looking to increase their tourism. So what they did was Lisa proposed to city council or the mayor, let's allow gay marriage in Springfield, and then they end up all getting on board, like we support gays and this and that, and then it's like we support equal money or something. I mean rights or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, and then it was like it was saying the obvious. Obviously, like yes, there is a money market.
Yeah.
And I think you can look at the stats. Majority of same-sex couples are pretty well off. They have kids. So that was something like that they were addressing in the show. I just thought it was kind of like interesting because that episode wasn't a newer episode.
Yeah, it was an older one.
It was still, a couple years down back.
I've seen that one you're talking about.
Yeah, and so it was just interesting. Like, yes, obviously, like anything in America is a money grab. Like we'll make it appealing for anyone. Yes, we save the rainforests. All those people that believe in environmental issues are gonna go. Yes, we believe in equal rights. All those people that believe in equal rights are gonna go. It's America. That's
Mhm.
And the thing is, you have the choice to not show to go view a movie.
That's your choice, yeah.
I just hate when it becomes like, oh well, they shouldn't show it at all here, or they want to censor it because it doesn't follow whatever you believe or whatever you, and that's, I think sometimes that gets lost in translation, where it's like, I don't have to go see these movies,
Yeah.
or I don't have to go.
Yeah, you could
Be
not
around
support it
certain
by
things.
not doing it.
Yeah.
You don't have to petition it or
Yeah,
fucking
or
cancel
you don't have
it.
to. Yeah, you don't have to make it a bigger
Cancel
issue than what
culture,
it
yeah.
is. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's tons of things out there that I don't like or believe, but I'm not out there, hey, you need to shut it down. I mean, teach their own, you know? I mean, if people like that kind of stuff, then so be it. But I'm not going to, if I'm not in support of it, obviously, why would I watch it or, you know?
Oh.
Do you ever get offended, like...
God created Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
Yeah, right.
Like, get offended about what?
Like, you ever get offended or, like, when they start to do that to, like, Mexican culture? Like, you'll see on TV, like, oh, TBS, we're a sponsor of, you know, Mexican Heritage Month or whatever. It seems like just bullshit, like a money grab, like you were saying. But it kind of offends me because it's like, look, we're cool having our own month and like you guys supporting us, but it's like, it's almost like you're
trying too hard.
Yeah, like just let us be, man. Like
you know what
like,
I've
you don't
liked
have to go
recently,
changing your logo to fucking red, white, and green.
Well,
like TBS, red, white, and green. Like,
I've liked this, and it's kind of it's kind of contradicting, like getting offended, I guess.
I don't get offended. It bothers me. I guess there's a difference.
So I guess one thing that I've noticed on my streaming sites, I'll get a lot of...
Do you get offended when like they do the breast cancer awareness month, like in
because
fucking...
that's not one specific person, like a specific culture. It's anybody.
But like it's businesses exploiting cancer.
I mean, they make money still.
Yeah. So like they actually did a thing about
like how much money goes into the research.
Yeah, it goes into the research, and it's like not even a percentage.
It's like pennies on the dollar.
Yeah, it's like literally a quarter of a penny.
Yeah, well, it's like the Wildlife Foundation.
So like here the Dallas Cowboys are saying like, or like they do the fucking red, white, and blue hats or the fucking camo and this and that, and it's like none of the money that they're making is actually going to soldiers or the VA or anything like that. Yet they're exploiting it.
Yeah,
like it's a.
But those are different because those are more inclusive. Like I feel like let's take this for example. Like you know how when you have to go, like say you're going to the movies. Peter can relate to this, and then your mom's like, "Hey, you got to take your little brother with you," and it's like, "Fuck, man, I don't want to take my little brother with me," but you have to, right? So you take your little brother along, and you as a little brother, you're like, "I'm excited because I get to go with my brother." But really, you're only going because your mom made you take him. That's kind of how I feel about the whole thing. It's kind of like the corporations are like, "Hey, look, we're supporting you. Give us money. Look at us. We're good because we're supporting you." Mm-hmm. It's just like, just leave us be. You know what I mean? You can support us by not having to appropriate it, like trying to incorporate it into their company to show.
But they do that bit. They do it on a daily basis. Whenever you watch sporting events, they show you the flyover of the fucking whatever kind of jets going over.
No, I'll tell you one thing.
They show the American flag flapping in the air and this and that, and it's
well,
like
America, dude. That's
no. But it's because the military is paying a certain amount of money to fucking have their shit exposed.
It's a recruitment.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
But again, it's inclusive. You're including blacks, Asians, Americans, whites, Alaskan, whatever. You're incorporating all in because you're all American, or you're all
more of a subliminal message.
All of breast cancer, or all of
but they're not.
Service.
But they're not really.
You're not saying you Asians.
You could make an argument that even if it's not going to research, and I'm just saying you can make an argument. I'm not saying I'm all for the argument, but it still brings awareness.
Yeah,
and not just that.
But the same way they're doing the gay pride stuff,
and not just
so it's
that.
the same way. So like, how does one bother you and the other one doesn't?
Because a gay is obviously tailored to gay people. American, it's.
I mean, it doesn't bother me,
Americans.
but what I'm saying is that like, and I'll be honest, and
like you're
I don't
finding
think I'm
niche.
like egotistical or anything like that. But when they do like the military stuff, like I like to like when they say if you served in the military, please stand
that's
up.
cool.
I like that. I don't care.
How would you feel if they were like, "Hey, all the Mexicans, please stand up"? You know what? You'd be like,
that'd be kind of cool.
I don't know. I'd be like, what? I mean, granted, I don't even like the Chihuahua's name, so like, take that as it is.
You're not Mexican. You're from Honduras.
I feel like it's almost like.
I get that point. Like during Pride Month, if you were at an event and they're like, "Oh, the gay people stand up,"
yeah,
it'd be kind of weird.
Ooh.
Yeah, it'd be weird.
I just
so I kind of get it, but like
you're calling out a certain. It's like we can't just be all Americans. Why do we have to be a black American, a white American, and an Asian American? Like we're all fucking Americans. God damn it! Like, what's the fucking difference? The minute you put that African or Mexican. You're separating the two, right?
And that was the Republican Party that that started labeling people.
Well, I mean, well, okay, certain things you do have to label people, right? I mean, you can't always just.
Why
not
couldn't
see
we
color.
just be Americans?
You know what I mean?
When I fill out my forms, why can't I just put American?
I mean, we are
not
all
Hispanic.
American. Like, I don't understand why the fuck you have to. You know what I mean? It's a kind of the same thing. Like, well, why do I have to be labeled like LGBT? Like, why do I have to be labeled one thing? It's kind of the same thing
Well,
with.
it's not. It's like 9 or what is it?
Well, that's what I mean. It's like
LGBTQA+.
QQA plus.
So yeah, that's not.
I think there's 26 letters.
But I mean, I don't.
I just feel like it's a bunch of corporate white dudes in an office. Like, how are we gonna?
I'm sure.
How are we gonna get more Mexicans to watch this?
Of course.
I know. We'll hire Jose, and he'll know what to do. You know what I mean? Like, it just. It
So what I was
doesn't-
gonna
it
tell you
seems
though, one thing
forced.
that I do kind of like, even though, is I'll watch like Hulu, and then a commercial will come out in Spanish, be like Chicharito.
I get
Oh,
offended.
it's getting literally.
Yeah.
Maybe I get
Have you seen
offended
that
too
one?
easily.
That everything's small, like
Huh.
cafecito and potecito and this and that, whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, but just because it's small doesn't mean it can't be big. And then it's like cafezote.
What? I've never
You never
seen
seen that?
No, I don't have Hulu. I don't pay for it.
But it was a funny commercial. And then it comes out later on, but in
Yeah.
English, the same commercial,
Yeah.
but he's in English, and he even like winks.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I crossed
Like,
over.
I think, yeah, and I
Like,
thought
I
that
crossed
was,
over.
I thought that was pretty cool.
yeah.
That doesn't bug me.
It bugs me sometimes. Like, I'm on YouTube.
Do
and then,
you get offended by George Lopez?
no, I love George Lopez.
But he's doing the same shit.
because he's Mexican doing it. Like, we can do it. You know what I mean? Like, it's different when it's a corporation.
But there would
like,
be a lot of Mexicans.
You know
that
damn well
say,
there's no
like-
Mexicans in that corporation. There's not one Mexican
Yeah,
sitting
but
at that seat.
there would be a lot of Mexicans that were like, "That's not how it is in my family."
It's like
He's full
FUBU,
of
you
shit.
know?
He's
For us, by
he's
us.
exploiting us.
You know,
He's
racism
exploiting
for us, by us. You know what I mean?
You know,
That's cool.
Yeah, no.
But when it's coming from somebody else, it's kind of like, all right, dude, you said enough.
Anthony's like the
yeah.
No, look, I maybe I get
for
offended
us
too
bias.
easily.
That's already a brand.
Like, look, sometimes I'll be watching YouTube.
Boo boo.
I'll be watching YouTube, and like a Mexican, like a commercial will come on, an ad, and it's in Spanish, and I'm like, what the fuck kind of shit is this? Like, fucking racist motherfuckers.
He reports.
I do.
the
I
ad.
thumbs down on it.
Really?
Like, yeah, because
that doesn't.
Because it's
bug
like,
me.
well, because I'm Mexican and I live in a Mexican, you have to fucking speak to
Yeah.
me Spanish. Like that seems bullshit to me.
I guess.
like, come on,
I don't
man.
know.
It seems like
I think you're fishing too.
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know.
That is a reach.
maybe it's like
Anthony's driving down Donovan. He's like, "Why is there so many goddamn fucking Mexican restaurants everywhere?
no,
Fuck this
well,
bullshit, man." I fucking live in El Paso,
I
the
just-
United States of America.
I just don't
Where's
like-
my fucking McDonald's and
I don't
shit?
like when something's forced on me. So it's like if I choose to watch something in Spanish, then so be it. But don't show me shit in Spanish
But-
just because I'm Spanish. Like,
But
motherfucker,
I think it's a product of your environment. Like
it's like going up to some white guy and saying, "Hey, Bill." Oh, my name's not Bill, it's Joe. Oh, well, every white guy's name's Bill. You got to be Bill. It's kind of like that same thing to me.
but it's a product.
Like, just because I'm Mexican, I have to watch it in
It's a product
Spanish?
of your environment. Like what I don't know the exact percentage, but what's the percentage of people that speak Spanish in this area?
A lot.
It's
But I don't
over
speak-
50%,
I don't speak
right?
very good Spanish.
No,
or-
no. But
So it's kind of like,
but I'm saying it's a
why are
product.
you showing me
Now,
nonsense?
if they started playing German commercials here, I'd be like, "What the fuck is
Yeah.
this? Why are you playing German here?" Or
Yeah,
like,
I guess.
so, and I'm just trying. I'm not trying to like come down on you.
No,
but I'm
just-
just saying. I'm trying to give like reasoning. When you're in marketing and all that, you're going for the masses of the people. The majority, like you said, the
No,
majority of
and
the people.
but in
You're
that
reaching
instance,
out.
I feel like it was an algorithm thing. Like, we're like, oh, this guy is Hispanic, male, in this area.
Your name
I'm
is
gonna show
Espalin.
him.
Your
Yeah.
name is Espalin.
I know, but it just feels like it's
You
forced.
live in El Paso.
It's forced on
Yeah.
you, though.
Yeah, dude.
Why is every other commercial
I
in English,
guarantee
but then the
if-
one is just like,
I guarantee.
here you go.
I guarantee, Anthony, if you were fluent
In Spanish?
and that came on,
I don't know.
it would not bug you as much if you're not fluent.
I mean, I would say I'm
You-
not
you would
bad.
I guarantee
I'm not
if there
bad.
was
I
a
can-
hot chick that came out on that commercial, you would not give it a thumbs down.
If she was speaking Spanish like that,
Would you like to see this commercial again?
I don't know. I'm not a fan of Mexican women.
Ah!
I'm married to a white girl and I've dated another white girl, so
God, here
maybe
we
I'm on
go.
the other side. I don't know.
Oh man, Shoot.
I am an equal opportunist here.
I just don't like,
like
when
all
somebody.
women.
I just don't like when somebody assumes that.
Anthony-
I agree with you. I'm just saying, like,
Anthony's Anthony's opinions
never
do
would
not
marry one.
define the middle is open.
No.
His opinions are his alone.
Yes. This message is brought to you by.
We are accepting.
It's Spanish.
No.
And Anthony knows the most Spanish out of all of us.
So it kind of. Has anybody ever walked to you and just like automatically started speaking Spanish to you?
all the time.
That doesn't bother you? If it's a white person?
Kind of get it.
If it's a Mexican,
If
obviously.
it's a white person speaking Spanish, I'm fucking impressed. I'm like,
Really?
Hell yeah, dude! Like, congrats to you. You're bilingual.
I would be like, I speak English, bitch. Like,
Oh,
you don't need to speak to me in
I
Spanish.
always respond.
Don't
in Spa-
assume that I.
But I always
look the
respond.
way I am.
I always respond in English. Like whenever they're like, when I was at the checkout line before it was like self checkout, like they would be like, 22, blah blah blah, whatever. Like the price of the fucking your groceries, and then I'm like, okay, here we go. Like, and I would just answer in English, and then they're like, they switch it right away. But them as like employees, as workers, they're just going by the masses, like the majority of the people that run through
I
their
sometimes
line.
think it's kind of funny because I kind of like think of it as a game. Like, is this person going to talk to me in Spanish or going to talk to me in English? And then right away, like you see that look in their eye. They're like, he speaks English, and then they start talking in English.
I just think that we're so angry all the time. Like,
Yeah.
like if somebody comes up to me,
look, I'm not gonna get mad and like start throwing shit. Like, why the fuck are you
but
speaking
you're still
to me?
letting it get.
But it
yeah,
bothers me.
but-
It does bother me.
But you
Oh,
are
and-
venting.
It seems like you're putting a label on me. You're assuming.
But
and
everyone,
it does-
but everyone
We
puts a
all do
label
it.
on.
I try not to, and that's
Okay,
why.
you try, but I'm sure you've done it. I've done it many
I
times.
have, but I try not.
But that's
to.
where like self-reflection.
So
like,
I usually ask,
nobody's
like, do you
perfect.
speak English or Spanish? That's usually the first thing
I
I'll open
don't.
with.
Sometimes I'll
English
be
or
like,
Spanish, and then
I'll
I'll
be
go
like-
from there. I don't ever just assume you're
I use-
Mexican. You don't speak
I
English.
use my
for
hands
sure.
a lot. I always go like, es porque, and I move my hands around and all, and then they're like,
They
I
just
speak
spark-
English, and I'm like,
yeah.
oh, I feel stupid. I'm sorry. And then
That's
laugh about it.
that's me right there. Like
Yeah.
you come up to me like
I
stuff, and
start
I'm like,
moving my
I
hand.
speak English,
And I hope
Okay.
that they don't get like the way you're saying you get offended or bothered.
I don't get offended. I would say
Okay, you get bothered?
Yeah,
I hope they're not getting bothered, and I try to lighten it up. Like, oh, I'm so sorry,
Yeah.
And if I didn't have my hands, I wouldn't
right.
be
And
able.
it happens. It happens.
So,
but I always
if
try.
people were just a little bit like swallow their pride a little and just be like, and I'm not saying you specifically, but
Yeah, I
I'm
mean-
just saying like swallow their pride and just it
Yeah.
is what it is.
I guess
You know what upsets me is when people are rude. Not if they speak Spanish or,
Or
if they
English.
speak
Yeah, there's people that speak English.
Yeah.
Yeah, that are-
like
me, and
yeah,
they're
and they're
assholes.
assholes. Yeah,
And then
like
there's people that
like,
speak
who wouldn't?
only
dude,
Spanish,
like
and I'm like, hey, it's
yeah.
all right with my hands.
Yeah, no, like I said, I mean, I'm in service, so I go to a lot of places that I don't know the person, and I have to introduce myself, and usually I've done a lot of time, but usually my first thing is English or Spanish, unless I know the person, right? Then I obviously just speak to them in whatever language that they're familiar, comfortable with. But usually 9 times out of 10, the first time I always say English, or ¿hablas inglés o español? And then they tell me, no, hablo inglés. Okay, good, because my Spanish is shit. Here we go. And then I go into what I'm going to tell them. But if they speak Spanish, I tell them, okay, mi español no es muy bien, pero vamos a ver qué le podemos hacer. And then they, okay. And then, but I never try to go in and assume you're, because I've had instances where there's operators who want to learn English, and they tell me, only speak to me in English. Like, I want you to speak to me in English. And that's the way we help each other. I just don't like being labeled and explained right away.
Do you get upset when they speak English and then you can't understand what they're saying because of their accent?
Not really. I usually can kind of I'll repeat it to them, and then they'll kind of no, that's not what I said, and we'll kind of work.
Because like, there's a lot of
There's only
times.
been one time where I spoke to a Puerto Rican. No, he was Brazilian, and they speak Portuguese, and it's very different. And so there was a lot of his accent was different, and then the words were different. So we had a really hard time trying to understand each other. But I don't ever get upset
Because there's like
if he's trying to speak English, dude. I'll help you.
there's a lot
it's
of
like me trying to talk Spanish.
Yeah, well,
and I have
same
an
way.
accent, obviously.
Yeah.
Because me, like I didn't when I first moved here, I didn't learn that much Spanish. I never really spoke much Spanish, but the operators and people have kind of helped me, and I kind of helped them speak English, so we kind of help each other out.
Yeah.
You know, but
because there's times when you get like, especially on the phone, right? They'll transfer you to customer service, like when you're calling about like some order or whatever. And then you're like talking to someone, more than likely they're overseas, they're probably in India or whatever. And it's hard to understand, and
Yeah.
people get upset, and they're like, "Speak English," and it's like, I am speaking English. I just have an accent.
Yeah.
But it's like, like, I think there's a lot of times people just kind of, it's kind of like what Peter's saying. They want a reason to be angry, like they want something to get offended by or be bothered by. And like
I
me
don't-
personally, like I would take someone being nice over someone speaking the same language as me.
Oh, for sure. Me
like
too.
any day of the week.
I'm just saying.
Because there's a lot of times when I go over to Juarez for my own good, like for example, I go to the dentist, right? I don't speak Spanish very well. And that guy is having to accommodate, like, he's having to speaking English, and he doesn't have to. He could be like, "You don't know Spanish? Fuck you, man. I'm going to fuck up your teeth."
Well,
like,
there's a lot of people like that, though.
Yeah, and like, but what I'm saying is,
I've-
I will choose a nice person over someone, like, sharing the same language as me.
Like, I've had instances where I like speaking to somebody in Spanish and I said the wrong word and they laughed at me and they're like, "You don't say it like that. This is the way you're supposed to say it." And they kind of gave me an attitude. And then that's when I was like, I just stopped speaking Spanish. I'm like, okay, well then you're gonna speak English then. If you're gonna make fun of me because I'm trying to make an attempt to speak your language, but you're gonna make no attempt to speak my language, then fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, he tried to make fun, like, "I can't believe you said it like that," like making jokes to everybody else, And then that's when I was like, you know what, fuck you then. I'm gonna speak English to you. If you don't understand it, tough shit, dude.
Yeah.
That's on you. Because I have had instances where
Yeah.
and that's why I'm like you're saying,
I get
just
it,
don't
man.
just don't make an assumption. Like, at least reach out. Like, if the person says, "Well, I only speak Spanish, pero quiero aprender inglés," okay, I'll speak to you in English. You speak to me in Spanish, and we'll train each other.
Do you judge people, like, off first look?
No, dude,
I do.
I do it all the
don't.
time.
I
I do it all
honestly.
the
I
time.
try
A
not
lot
to.
of times they surprise me, though.
Yeah.
'Cause you know why?
And then after they
You know
surprise
why?
me, I'm like, what?
You know why? Because I'm that type of person. I like to dress down, look like shit, look like rag, because I want people to underestimate me, and then
Rudy.
that's why I do it. Like,
Rudy.
honestly, like, I don't like to shave. I don't
Rudy.
care what I look like. I don't care what I wear.
Oh, I don't care.
I've
what
literally
people
worn
think.
this TMO t-shirt, not this exact one, but I've worn them all week. Like,
Yeah.
a black TMO
I was
t-shirt all
wondering
week.
what smelled funny.
I'm not.
Like, I don't care about that
don't-
stuff.
I don't care about what anyone says about me, but
Nah, I don't either.
I don't.
I don't care about my
necessarily-
appearance. Put that way.
Hmm.
I mean,
I think
I am who I am.
I think we all judge in one way or another.
Oh, for
I think
sure.
I think it's embedded in us. That's the
The,
human.
the goal is to try to be aware of when you are that way, and just be aware that, oh shit, I am being a little,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, and try to correct it. I mean, that's what I try to do as best I can. Just try not to be a douchebag.
Hey, I got a question. Kind of straying away from this.
Yes, please. We're done with this.
What are? When are we? Where are we gonna record at the new place?
So that I'm not sure yet. So TMO Studios will still be here. This will be the last thing I move. So
okay.
I already got like a little rental going on here, maybe. So for now it'll be here. Yeah,
Damn.
yeah. I'm gonna. My plan is to build a studio, but it's gonna take time to build wood and shit.
You know, when Anthony builds something, like
Yeah.
he goes over the top.
Yeah.
So I'm just
He's like, I'm gonna build a studio, and it's gonna be a real
Yeah,
studio.
He's gonna
It's
like,
not
oh
gonna be a-
guys, I gotta pencil you in. Fucking Metallica's coming in to record. Like, what kind of studio did you build?
Yeah, no. I mean, something nice. Not nothing crazy, but just
Something nice.
It's only
Nicer than
3
this.
floors.
yeah.
Something nice.
Studio 1 and Studio 2.
I know.
Is your studio gonna be nicer than your house?
Well, yeah, probably.
It's gonna be your escape, huh?
my man cave. Yeah.
All right, Amber, I'm out of here. I'm going to the studio.
Studio.
She's like, you've been sleeping there for 3 months now. Yeah, I
This is
know.
gonna be a treehouse watch.
Ooh, that would
I'm gonna
be
drop
nice.
a ladder down. You guys have
when
to
we
climb
were
up.
little,
That'd be fucking
your
sick.
tree in front of the house was like our
It
tree
was
house.
a tree.
That is something I've always wanted. A tree house.
I got a-
like,
I got a
Do you
funny
guys
story.
remember that movie Jack?
Yeah.
When they're like in the tree house
Yeah.
and they're farting in a coffee can and they're like passing it around for everyone
Bill
to take
Cosby.
a whiff
So
a whiff of my queef.
Bill Cosby was his best movie.
Bill Cosby.
What?
The Cosbys.
It was Bill Cosby, right?
Yeah, he was in it. He
Yeah,
was
he's
the
the
therapist.
doctor, yeah.
Is he the doctor?
The therapist.
Yeah. That's crazy, Bill Cosby, man.
Fucking Bill Cosby. Hey, so I got a funny story about a little tree house. We had one in my house in Portland in the backyard. And you guys know Brandon.
Yeah.
You remember Brandon. He lived across the street from
He's
me.
a big guy.
Yeah, big
Tell
tall
me
dude.
he fell through.
So we built this tree fort back when we were maybe like 10, 11, right? So it was complete, but it had like a tarp around it. It had a floor and it had a ceiling, but no walls.
And
We hadn't built the walls yet.
He hit his growth spurt and
So we
fucking tree house came down.
we put like tarp around the edge of it, but it had a little point to get up from the bottom, right? So it was just like a floor and then tarp around and then a roof, right? So we built it. We hung out there a couple of times, but we gave it up, right? Because we were kind of out of that age, 10, 11. We started doing some other stuff, right? So we stopped staying there, right? Well, a year later, the house next door to me, they started renting it out to the university because there's a university close to our house. And so college girls started staying there as like a dorm. So it was like 4 girls that were staying in this house, right? So when me and Brandon found that out, we're like, holy fuck, there's 4 hot chicks fucking staying in the house. Let's go to the tree fort. So we went.
fucking voyeurs over here.
Two big ass fucking. We're not kids anymore. We're like teenagers. You know what I mean? We're fucking staying the night in this fucking tree fort, trying to get a peek out of it. Dude, they were out. They're cheerleaders. They're fucking college cheerleaders. You know what I mean? So they go out into the backyard and they're
Sick
fucking
fucks.
doing their stretches and their routines. And they saw us and they were like, right away they saw us. They're like, hey, we see you over there. We're like, oh fuck, shut up. We're trying to be quiet. And the rest of the time, I swear to God, they were like just egging us on, like trying to fucking. They knew we were watching them, so they were like, okay. They started fucking spanking each other and fucking. Dude, I was like, we were in fucking heaven, bro. We're like, oh my God, like you cannot, like I cannot believe.
Fucking Anthony,
Yeah,
man.
dude, it was good times, man. Good times. Oh, anyways, we stayed in that fucking. We stayed in that tree fort, and the next day we woke up and there were fucking ant bites all over us. Fucking
But
ants.
we didn't care.
Ants fucking ate our asses alive. Yeah.
But I saw.
Sorry, Mom. If you're listening.
That's funny.
Cabrones.
And with that,
All right, so we're gonna close up shop. Peter, anything you wanna say before we finish
nah, man,
this?
it was just good to be back. Hopefully, we get Pat back soon. And yeah, just look forward to getting. I think we're close to our 100th episode, right?
Yeah, it's the 98th, Anthony.
Yeah.
98.
So we got to get something planned for the near future. And
Yeah.
it just felt good to be back.
So I told Anthony that I want to do a show of the neighborhood. Get Marcos in here, get OJ, and if possible, find out where Luis is and get him in studio. No, but I was thinking, like, how cool would it be to get like a lot of the people that we grew up in the neighborhood
Yeah.
and get them in, just fucking reminisce.
I mean, yeah,
'Cause
shit, I was the last one in this neighborhood.
Because we've done it a little bit, but it's always just been us 3 in terms of like the ones that lived our childhood. But like to hear it from Marcos and to hear it from OJ, I think would be fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Like now that we're all
Forrest
older.
could call in.
What happened to
Forrest.
Forrest, man?
I don't know,
He
man.
lives in Austin now,
Really?
Oh, wow.
or Dallas, or something.
You friends with him on Facebook or what?
Yeah, on Facebook.
Oh, yeah?
All right,
Maybe
so
we can do that.
who's gonna be the guest list? It's gonna be OJ and Marcos, and try to get Forrest from a call in.
Wanna try to get Pat.
Get Pat.
Yeah, Pat. Where in the world is Pat San Diego?
We
But,
Pat, we
um,
miss you, buddy. You
we
better
could
be here for the
get,
100th.
Frankie and Ruben, they still live up there.
Oh yeah,
Oh, shit, yeah. Big Joe.
dude.
I don't know where.
One
he
of the
is.
funniest.
I ran into him at Best Buy one time. He worked there. You don't work there anymore. I go there all the time.
Oh
I
really?
ran into him one time at Best Buy.
I thought
Who
he
was this? Joe.
Joe. Yeah, he recognized me right away, though, too. Like, it's been
Really?
years since I seen the dude. And I saw him, and I was, like, looking at him, and I kind of looked at him, and he was like, yo, what's up? And I'm like, what? And I'm like, damn, he did recognize me. And then I went up, and we started talking. Or
It's like,
whatever.
what's up, Gordos?
Yeah,
I was like,
Anthony, you
holy
look the
shit.
same.
Do I?
Yeah.
Like by far.
Just with a beard?
Yeah.
Just shave it.
You look exactly the same. So.
Anthony.
What?
Before we close up, anything you want to add?
Yeah, man, it's good seeing Peter, man. It's been a while since I seen him. Sorry about the video. Got cut out a little bit there, so I'll try to do some editing magic and try to see if I can piece it back together. Other than that, I can't wait for our 100th, man. We got 2 more, I think.
Couple more.
One more, and then
Yeah.
another one.
All right. So, before we close up,
Shout out to Pat.
Shout out Pat. Before we close up, I want to say shout out to the Outside Dawn, the one of the guys that we had as a guest. He actually reached out to the Middles Open, and he was like, hey, that he's going to be performing on August 18th. And he was like, if we could just get the word out. So I'm going to find out more details. I don't know exactly where it is. I think it's like someplace. But it's cool that he reached out to us. And like, sure. we're always going to try to support the guys that have come out on our show. But yeah, the Outside Dawn, if you haven't listened to him, go ahead and do that. Find him on YouTube as well as Instagram and all that other stuff. He was a really good guest. He was funny. And I think he was a big Dak Prescott fan.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, that was our show. Thank you so much for listening. This was The Middles Open.
Peace.